Welcome to A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Tom.
I am Dan. Our producer Samantha's here. Butler's in the other room. Welcome to the show, everybody. If you don't watch our show live every single day, what are you doing with your life? You could go to twitch.tv/TomandDanLive, watch the show, chat with really nice folks that are in there now. Let's see who's in there now. I'll give some shout-outs to Buck Tucker, Foul Weather Surfer, The Jackal. They're all in there partying, and you can be in there with them, too.
You guys just don't have a regular name.
You hate it, don't you?
No. I mean, can't just be.
Okay,
it's fun times.
We have
Thomas.Van.
Okay, we have
at Ymail.
No. We don't have Thomas.Van at Ymail, which is an actual email address if you want to send all your D pics to it. Go ahead, put all the D's in there. We've got BDM Nigel. That's pretty normal. We have Captain Pizza Pants. I bet you hate that one. You hate that one. Kit Kat 09 or 08. You hate that one. Buck Tucker, you're okay with. The Jackal, you hate. Foul Weather Surfer?
No. Come on. What does that sort of mean? Hold on. What does Foul Weather Surfer mean?
Dork F a monkey? How about that guy? You like that guy?
Does it mean that
that's
like when
Dork from Kentucky? But it's just shortened.
Oh, Dork from. I thought it was Dork F a monkey.
I don't think so.
A Ghost of Manute Bull.
Oh, okay. Well, that's kind of funny.
Okay, we got that one in there. Jay Cornell. There's one you like. Jay Cornell. Hey, everybody. I'm Jay Cornell. I'm here for the chat room. I'm going to stay super quiet. I will not type anything. Occasionally, one emoji sunglasses.
I like Jay Cornell.
Jay Cornell. I'm all business. I'm Jay Cornell.
And I will accept Ghost of Manute Bull.
Oh, wait, no. You can't pick and choose.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That one is funny to me. The rest
Captain
are
Pizza
stupid.
Pants isn't funny? All right. Anyway, that's our Twitch chat room. And remember, if you miss it live, it's always on YouTube. It's the same name, Tom and Dan Live. Go there and watch our faces in beautiful 720p.
Have you guys got your PIF tickets yet?
Oh, damn it. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
You buy those today.
I got to get my PIF.
Yeah. I assume I've been waiting.
I thought he was going to email me. Hey, Daniel, mate, it's PIF.
Yeah.
I gave you some tickets, eh?
Yeah. Free.
Oh, I gave you some tickets, right? You all right?
This whole thing was just to get
just for us to get free tickets.
I want free PIF tickets.
Of course.
I ain't got $25. Are you crazy? This whole thing is a facade.
People need to sign up for the love meter.
It's COVID right now.
Yeah, they're laying people off.
I just got laid off at the podcast.
Can't afford to spend $25 to watch some goofball in a dragon costume.
I'm glad we did this deal.
I'm watching a small man with a dog jump around a dragon costume.
Yeah.
He didn't even want to be there.
Yeah, I can go on YouTube and see him on America's Got Talent.
I just watch a replay. Where is PIF on the torrent sites? Can I torrent it? Just bootleg it. Just bootleg everything.
Reddit stream.
Yeah, get a Reddit stream. Everything's on Reddit, even stuff you don't want to.
Oh, they took the NFL off that.
Oh, did they?
Oh, yeah.
No, you can find it.
You sure?
No.
I don't know.
Her husband's the king of it, because supposedly.
I remember
if she even had a husband. See what I did there?
Bum, bum.
See what I did there?
That's
how you do it.
I
keep the fuzz off of you.
So
I should never say that.
I finally...
That's an HR trip. My God. You know what? I'm very sorry. I was looking right into your eyes.
Off.
Let me see your fuzz.
I finally figured out how to watch all NFL games stream, right? And there's all convoluted, crazy.
It's a mess. I've been going to watch football at your house for me is okay because I know what I'm dealing with. I haven't told you this.
Yeah.
Going to watch the NFL at Tom's house for me is fine. I'm fluent in Tom. Some would say on the spectrum. I love him. I have no problem telling him I love him. He's a good friend of mine. I care about him deeply. I care about him far more than he cares about me. But that's not because he doesn't care.
How dare you?
It's not because he doesn't care. He just doesn't. He's not capable of caring for anything other than his sons. So he gives me what he gives me, and that's fine. But my wife hates, I haven't said this, my wife hates watching football at your house because you don't know how to operate the TV, the Fire Stick, the Roku, the cable, there's wires hanging out of his yard is beautiful. It looks like a resort. It looks like Four Seasons, except if you go to the TV, it's just wires. A plethora of wires, old coaxial, and then he's got all the remotes, and he's just jamming, and he won't wait. He'll just keep hitting the OK button 1,000 times. Everything's flickering, and Andrea's just, you could just see her her hair turning gray.
I can see how
Andrea gets mad,
Yeah,
and then she stands up. This happened. Did you see her?
No,
she
no.
Stood
I
up to
also
help
don't
you.
notice anything.
She stood up to help you, or I say help you. She stood up to snatch the remote out of your hand like she does me, and I had to put my hand across her chest like a kid in a car without a car seat, and I just it's not your house. It's not your house.
Let him figure it out.
Let him go. Let him go. It's not your house. You're being rude.
I don't know, man. I think I'd be like, hey, let me help you out here.
Yo, you're a little more, assertive than Andrea. You're going to be like, yo, put the game on, Pop.
Hey, Pop.
Well, you're around me every day, so like Andrea, I'm not around Andrea all the time, so she's not aware. I need help. So,
I think she knows you need help too.
yeah. But you've been doing it so often.
She's not jaded like you are. Every time she sees Tom, she's like, maybe he's got it right this time.
Yeah.
You know,
She
Andrea
also thinks
is.
maybe
She's
he learned.
optimistic. Yeah.
Andrea is Groundhog's Day
like-
positive. Like every day starts out with like, it's gonna be a great day watching NFL at Tom's house. He will probably know his Roku this time.
Yeah. Like he's so into because she's probably done the logic in her head. Like he's so into this. Like this is only gambling and plants.
He'd have the system of how to turn the TV, the Roku, everything. Like he'd have it committed to memory perfectly.
Like it would be insane to wait until NFL opening week to figure out how to log into all your accounts.
During the national anthem. Are you crazy?
Every game.
I never wanted to take this mic and kabong you over the head more. During the national anthem. Now I'm getting mad.
Because he's lying over there.
He's not lying. He just, the memories are different for him, because I think in his mind, everything's going real slow.
Well, he's higher than Sean.
Why doesn't he have all the things set up to watch it? Like he loves this.
Well,
Why?
it's no plan ban.
I mean, for me,
let's be real.
For me also, like, and call me crazy, but if there's things I really like, I invest in them. So if I like football, I just buy Red Zone. It's an easy fix.
Yeah, but
look,
it's no plan van and it's ultra confidence, right? So he's confident.
Well, no.
I'll figure it out in 5 minutes.
No, but what he does is he's like, I got DirecTV, but I don't know my username or password, and I'm like, oh my god, that's 2 hours.
That's
2 hours.
Got to recover his password.
And he's like, well, the email's going to Twain, or it's going to
burner-
Yahoo,
his
or it's
burner
going to
email.
Gmail. Oh, is it Dan at Tom and Dan, Tom and Dan, Show at Tom and Dan, Info at Tom and Dan, Tony at Tom and Dan,
My God.
Juan at Tom and Dan, Twitch at Tom and Dan. Which one? I put it under. Which college kid's ID did I steal? Whose name is it? Harvey McGillicuddy. Harvey McGillicuddy goes to UF. Does he go to UF or FSU? I can't remember. Crystal, which guy did I scam? Does he go to UF? USF? What is USF? That's not a college. Oh, Tommy, get out of the pool. This is what it's like. And you're watching all of this. All the while, he's wearing the tiniest of booty shorts with his ass hanging out. And he's walking around like the cock of the walk.
So this all started with me telling you that last year, when Reddit had these NFL streams. Okay, so I have NFL Ticket, but the problem is with local games, you need regular... You're
the only guy I know that has NFL Ticket, lost your ticket. You're the only guy I know. Can't find it.
NFL Ticket doesn't show any local games, and it doesn't show the Sunday night game or the Monday game.
Right, it is limited, which is bad on NFL, and bad on MLS, and bad on everybody. I think the NBA is the only person or only team that, or excuse me, what do you call it? Like sports group that has it correct, where it's like you get it all.
But those are for free. Obviously, you just need a digital antenna. It's on network TV, so that's easy to get.
Well, NBA also blocks. Never mind.
You need a network digital antenna.
By the way, I have to look, it's all, I can goof on you, but I also got to give credit. I think I did this on a BDM show. Your HD antenna that you picked up, that thing's pretty remarkable. That thing, it'll yank a signal. He was getting Israeli news channels.
But it wasn't getting NBC. I had to move it. I needed a better one.
No, look, NBC is always the problem.
Yeah. Why
Anybody that has an antenna, NBC is always the problem.
What is that? Around here, that's WESH, right? That's 2.
Yes, it is WESH. I don't know.
4 or 2.
I don't know what their signal is.
Get your antenna fixed, WESH.
I'm with you, because we always have had issues with NBC, and everyone I've talked to has as well. I don't know why NBC specific.
So
I don't know. I'm an old cable pop, but I'll tell you what, it is HD quality.
So anyway,
no issues.
I spent a tremendous amount of money figuring this all out, or whatever. But I realized last year, because BDMs were talking about it, that these Reddit streams on my phone, you could just get to super easy, and like you just go to the Reddit stream and they're streaming NFL.
Yeah.
And it was so easy, I would often just use the Reddit stream because it was like easy to get to. I didn't have to sign in the NBC Sports app or the CBS Sports
Why don't
app.
you just send me a text when you need help, and I'll just send you a link.
No. Well, I got it figured out now.
Do
I got
you?
it.
You need a
Wait,
football-
who's going to Tom's house this weekend to see if he's got it figured
He
out?
needs a football life alert, so when he's like, I can't figure it out, and he presses the button, and then you just call it.
It's easy now. To watch every
It's easy
game,
now.
you just need an NFL ticket, and then you just need a digital antenna. That's it, and that's
Okay.
all you need. And if you don't have a digital antenna, you can go through NBC Sports app, CBS app, NFL.
Too many
Too
apps.
complicated.
I mean, there's
Cable box. That's all I got.
Thursday streaming. They often do on Twitch.
It's too crazy.
So Twitch has got to deal with the NFL on certain Thursday night games. Anyway.
Are you in the Twitch chat room during the games?
No. I go
Thomas
through
Dubban?
He likes to be serious. He's
Anyway.
calm. He's just staring at the TV like a madman.
Back to the Reddit streams. Last year, as I'm watching these Reddit streams stream the NFL illegally, I did say to myself, like, no way this lasts because this is ridiculous.
Yeah, but it is still going on.
Yeah,
You
it
just
is.
don't know how
But-
to navigate it.
But it's harder to get to. I'm telling you, last year was so easy. It was just like there was hundreds
Maybe
of
you
them.
lucked out.
And then this year, they're taking them down fast.
They always
it's
pop
harder.
back up. EPL pops back up.
yeah.
Champions League.
But they started stomping them out, and I imagine that just because the NFL is so big, it becomes harder now. The tech savvy person can always find anything. You know, it's like if I ask our buddy Joe. Literally, there's no. You can find anything anywhere. It doesn't matter, right? And then guys like Joe, or even on the spectrum of Joe, they have no problem finding anything.
No,
but
it's
me,
easy for them.
it's like I can search Reddit NFL streams, and then I can get to something. And if it's not I bail because I'm like, this is too. I don't understand it. Anyway, that's the truth. And I think a lot of
Sam says it's still there, so
Yeah.
we'll just get you.
No, I'm good now.
He
I'm
says
good.
he's good
I'm
to
good.
go
I got
now.
everything. I got everything. I got
Oh
everything.
man,
He's got everything.
that's the famous
I
last
promise.
words.
I promise. I
I
got.
got
the
the best
man.
streams.
It's the man who has everything.
NFL
what do you
ticket.
get the man who has everything, Sam?
You
don't
just
know.
need NFL ticket, digital antenna. That's it, and you will get every single game or access
What
to
if it's
every
on
single
NBC?
digital antenna.
He's got it.
Digital antenna.
It
will
just
get you
he'll do the best he can
Network-
with the weak NBC signal.
Yeah. No, it's good. It's good.
Do you want to jump into some voicemails? I gotta say, I haven't been watching as much NFL as when I first started. It was comforting, and I watched it. But I'm so disgusted with my Atlanta Falcons that
It's not good.
I haven't been watching. Like I haven't been watching anybody.
You still have the love for a team.
I do.
I've lost that.
Sam's like that too. I mean, because she knows what it's like. I mean, being a Bucks fan, being an Atlanta Falcons fan, it's hard.
Yeah.
We don't necessarily have. We have spurts of greatness, and then hopefully, look, and it pains me to say this, and I know that certain American football fans will be mad to hear me say this, but if Atlanta is going to be this bad, and if they're not going to be able to get it together, I have no problem being okay with the Bucks being first in the division and hopefully doing something is a good story. I'm sick of Matt Ryan, and I'm sick of Dan Quinn, and I'm over it. So there you go.
I've ruined myself as a sports fan totally now.
Can't you reset?
I don't think it's like
You don't think you
marijuana.
can
I think it's ingrained deep into my psyche now. Where
Oh, dude, I'm 100 milligrams a day.
where
Man,
Oh, yeah.
look at
That's too
you
much
over
work,
there.
dude.
Yeah, right
you
now,
gotta reset
right
that
now I'm on
now.
100.
You got to reset that.
There's no reset now.
but the
Straight down.
Next up, 200.
like I've always been a Miami Dolphins fan, but the term fan to me now is losing its meaning because if I will bet against it, whatever team I'm betting on or whatever team I have some fantasy or any sort of
Right.
stake in whatsoever, that's who I want to win. So I'll bet against the Dolphins in 2 seconds if I believe that's the best bet and root against them. And the only way
No loyalty.
I want the Dolphins to win is if I have nothing at stake into the game whatsoever.
So that's done for you.
But
Being
I
a
wa-
Dolphins fan is done.
I won't even watch the game if I have no money or anything at stake or any fantasy relevance in
Yeah.
it.
Let me ask you a question.
I'll just look at the
seriously.
end result, and if the Dolphins win, I'll be like, oh, that's good.
Let me ask you a question seriously. Will this change? Because I know that a lot of this is rooted in truth. You might be exaggerating a little bit, but for the most part, this is a true fact. Are you, let's say your boys show an allegiance or maybe some love towards the NFL. They've been watching with you a little bit. Let's say that they start to get into it as they get bigger. Maybe they're tossing the ball a little bit. Do you think that will change and that you will be able to kind of pull back on the gambling thing and maybe be a Miami fan and you all wear your jerseys and you all root for the team because you think they'll like it? Is that the way? Is that the gateway to get you back into being a fan?
Yes, I think it is. You bring up a valid point.
Because I don't want it to go away, really. But I also want you, hold on a second, I want you to enjoy your gambling because he really does enjoy his gambling. And I'm glad he does. Because this is a guy, honestly, that I don't know of any hobbies. I tell him things I do. He looks at me like a cow staring at a new gate. I'm like, video games. He's like, stupid. Like all these different things I tell, like Legos, you're a baby. Like all dolls, you're a baby. But like gambling, and he's like, I really like it. So I want him to like it. It's healthy to have a hobby.
I don't know if that's a healthy hobby, though.
It's like a little game. I don't do it extreme. I don't waste money.
He's not coming home with his life
It
savings.
does take up a lot of your time.
It does.
It's a waste of. But I look at it like any hobby.
This is Tom's proton pack.
This
is exactly what Butler is doing with the wiring on his Ghostbuster proton pack that he is engineering. He's weathering it. He's wiring it, putting the light kit.
It's the same waste of time. That's what all hobbies are, right? Like essentially, you get some enjoyment out of it, but it's a waste of time.
Yeah, but when you're ignoring your family.
Well, no, hold on. I mean, here's the thing. I was telling Butler, I was like, Butler, you don't understand how busy. I don't have an hour in a particular day.
That's why I don't have kids.
It's not like there's no hour of my day all week long.
Get your kids in on it.
The what?
Let them play some bets.
No.
Betting with Daddy.
No.
That's really unhealthy.
It's just
Nah, it's fine.
No. I'll show them how to gamble and stuff. It's a game.
Be like, hey, you get to pick one of Daddy's picks today.
Because it's a game.
No.
Gambling has got a real bad negative connotation to it because of movies and people getting addicted.
But also
and
anything that you can become addicted to gets that. Whether it's caffeine, alcohol, cigarettes, gambling.
I mean, working
weight
out,
loss,
sex.
Pornography.
Yeah.
It's
pornography.
People get addicted
pornography
to everything.
Even can't stop thinking about pornography.
I mean, the bodybuilders that bodybuild themselves up to like some insane amount, like that's addiction. But no one will talk about that.
I like the guy that. I mean, his addiction for bodybuilding is so bad. He's been pumping his biceps up with silicone to physically,
Well, that's like body
morph them into.
That's a weird like body.
I'm glad you don't have that one.
Problem.
I'm glad you're not shooting. The gambling is better than shooting silicone into your biceps.
But
although it would look cool if you had big.
So back to being a fan, I need to relearn how to. Maybe it's because okay, I'll explain how the best way to get back to being a fan is if my team starts. If I see that there's actual way for my team to win, right? Like, so the Dolphins.
Oh, so you don't want to root for a team that's as bad as the Dolphins?
No, well, here's the thing. I know.
You should see how I feel.
So there are certain
Julio
teams.
Jones is out again with a hamstring.
Yeah, the Dolphins are not going to make. I mean, they won't even make the playoffs, but they are not going to make the Super Bowl. They have no chance, right? Neither do Atlanta, right?
No, not at all.
This year,
no chance.
So it's like I want them to win, but then I want them to lose so they have better draft picks for the future. I have no delusion that they have a chance to win the Super
Bowl.
Bowl.
So you're a fair weather fan.
No, he's real about his team's ability.
So then I'm looking. So if I actually thought that the Dolphins had a chance to make a run at the playoffs and actually make the Super Bowl,
sure,
I would be excited and maybe I root for them more. But that is totally out of the question. So now I'm just like, oh, who cares, right?
Yeah,
that is what a fair weather fan is, though. You're only rooting for them when they're winning and they're doing good.
But here's the thing: I don't even.
Because otherwise, you're going against them just for your gambling, right?
But I know their plan isn't even to make the playoffs of the Super Bowl because.
So you're like, they don't care, so I won't care.
They're under a rebuild, though. So I'm with them in their journey to get better, but that
by
journey,
rooting against them.
I'm not rooting against them. I mean,
You said you would.
Are you able to separate the two? Kind of like people do with Kanye West's music. They go,
Right,
well,
the art and the artist.
I love the thumping beat, and I love that, but I really don't. So are you able to go, yeah, when I'm betting, it has nothing to do with whether or not I like the Dolphins. It's really just about the betting. And when I'm not betting, then go Dolphins.
But also, I understand, like obviously they have Tua, and that's who they want their franchise quarterback to be in the future and stuff. This Ryan Fitzpatrick, this is just, he's a placeholder while Tua gets better. I mean, they will probably at the end of the year, probably around November,
make a transition.
Tua will come in. We've seen it before. It's kind of like what all NFL teams have kind of adopted when they
Haskins or whatever that guy's name is.
Oh yeah. But that's a mess in Washington.
Yeah, that is terrible.
But anyway, so I see their plan, and I'm like, all right, that's a good plan. Hopefully, it'll work out in the next couple, like in 2 to 3 years. Maybe we have a possible championship football team. You know,
and
what I'm
then
saying?
You're on board.
And then I'll be hardcore on board when they're supposed to win.
But you're still going to bet against them if you see an edge.
Yeah. But that year maybe a little bit difficult.
Okay, I understand.
I maybe am like rooting for them to make it.
I think you're saying what most people actually do. They just don't
say it out loud.
Yeah, I think most people. Yeah. Because, like, when you hear it, you say, oh, like, Sam's right. It's like, oh, you're a fair weather fan. No. I'm not just jumping on the bandwagon. I'm still aware of what's happening. It's just, it's not as, you don't invest as much. Like,
because you know they're going to lose.
I'm doing it, right? I'm not as invested.
It's kind of how I was with the Bucks.
Yeah, I think
I still am. Like, I don't expect a lot, but I'm here for you. I'm watching the games.
Well,
like,
hey, you have the Brady edge. You have the factor. He makes things happen, and he's the best that's ever been. So there you go.
Also, you
can't argue it anymore, right?
You got to be pretty
never good, really.
Me wanting my team to win or rooting for them to win has no bearing on the result of this.
No, she's saying. Well, fans don't look at it like that. I think it's a selfish thing. You're doing it for your own enjoyment, right?
Yeah,
You're doing it because it makes you feel good, and you want to.
No, it's a camaraderie.
Yeah,
go team loyalty.
You're hooking onto the wagon and enjoying it with some friends and camaraderie. And
I always didn't understand when people are like, I tell my friends like I can never bet against Matt. He's like, I can never bet against the Steelers or whatever. I'll never bet against them. Like, why not? Like, you betting against them will not make them win or lose or whatever it is. They have no bearing. They will not know. It doesn't matter. You don't have some superpower. It's not supernatural.
Even
Who cares?
Even your best buddy in our Twitch chat room, twitch.tv/TomAndDale Live.
Oh, Chungus, he's going against me.
Chunkle Chicken Cheesesteak, or Chungus as we call him, he says, let's see, I have no problem betting against the Magic, but I'm still rooting for them. Could you do that? Could you bet against the Dolphins but still want them to win?
I've done that in a weird way to hedge my bet. Like, I've bet against the Dolphins, but
that just makes you a crazy person.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, I'm telling you,
pick one or the other. Don't bet against them and then go like, I want these like that. No, you're losing your own money.
But no, you're hedging because you're like, I'm going to bet against them, but if they win, I'll be happy that they won, and then not so mad that I lost the money. This happens all the time.
No, okay, that makes sense. I see what you're saying.
You bet against the team you like because that's the logical best bet.
Either way, it's like if I win, yay. If I don't, they won. That's good.
Right.
But,
okay, I see that. Doesn't make any sense, but I see it.
And also, the way I'm gambling now is not like the way most people gamble, where they just pick a side and it's a coin flip, and then you're just like hoping you win. I'm gambling thinking that I'm going into the game with an edge, or I know that the line is wrong.
Right.
See what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
I'm not just,
I definitely see it. Yeah.
And I'm it's more of the point spread thing. Like, this point spread's off 1.5, I believe. Therefore, I have an edge. Therefore, I'm betting on this, and
that makes sense to me.
I bet on the Chargers. Like, they were at 7 all week, and I was waiting for them to go to 7.5, and against the Bucks, and then it got to 7.5, and I bet it. And because I'm learning, that's you gain that half point, and they won by 7. That half point made my bet.
There you go. Yeah,
and that's when I get excited. That's why I'm into gambling, is those bets. Like, I waited till the line moved, I jumped on it, and then it ended up paying off because that half point was the determination.
Right, which was what makes
my theory was right. Is like, people are going to be betting crazy on Tampa. It'll move the line up a half a point right before the game.
You can jump on board.
Jump on board, and then it ended up working out. Now, it could have been crazy happenstance or that didn't really matter. But in my mind, it's like, oh, I learned how to do it right, and I did it, and I accomplished my goal.
Got it.
By the way, this is all betting small little amounts.
Yeah,
between
like
20,
5,000, 10,000 here and there.
I'm betting like $20 and $50 and things like that. So
That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
$50.
only,
You got to make it worth it. You know, I mean, if
yeah,
you're,
that's like a 5-unit bet.
yeah, if
Or-
you make like $1, it's like, why am I even watching this?
Yeah, but dude, you remember when we made that whole bet on Felicia and then we won
Yeah.
that $500? Right?
Yeah.
I've been betting with that same money since then.
Yeah, no, I know. It's
Just
it's good.
it goes up and no, but the problem is that I've not made or lost
But
really
that's what
anything.
makes it a hobby.
Yeah. But just the insane amount of time I dumped into it, not worth it. Not it didn't win anything.
Depends
Didn't-
on, is it keeping your blood pressure down? Are you calm when you're listening to these podcasts? Are you meditating in any way? You know what I mean? Like, there's good things here.
That's
too.
what the plants is for.
The
yeah.
the plants.
This is not good for my
yeah.
blood
So
pressure.
the gambling takes the blood pressure up. The plants take it down.
Yes,
Ah.
yeah. The plants are my Xanax at the end of the night.
Right. Okay.
The
Yeah, I get
gambling's
it.
just part of the Adderall.
Okay,
You see what I'm
yeah.
saying? Yeah.
Gambling and Adderall, plants and marijuana.
Yeah.
That makes
yeah.
sense to
There-
me. Now I fully
that's
understand.
my whole life.
Yeah, I'm on board now. My
All
God,
right.
I water
There it
my
is.
plants too. I wet my plants. Sorry, I screwed it
Oh
up.
man.
Welcome back to A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Dan.
I'm Tom.
Samantha, our producer's here. Butler's here. And we have a very special guest on the line right now. Let me see if I can find his theme song that he likes to play. On the line with us is the resident artist of Tom Van, a gentleman that Tom set up a bit for him to call in, and then Tom will give him $1 million ideas of what he can illustrate and draw. It is our good friend Eric Pavone. What's up, man?
What's going on, guys? I cannot believe you played that song again. That is actually
kept
kind of embarrassing.
No, it's good. It's the Pavone. It's the Pavoner song. I like it. It's good, man. How you been?
There you go. I've been okay. I'm not gonna lie. You know,
What's wrong? You got the COVID?
I feel like I got the COVID. I don't know.
Wow,
maybe
you
I
better
do.
go get a test. Get a rapid test. We have the most tests anyway. We have the best test.
We do have the best. I just drink some bleach.
Yeah, do it.
What's wrong, Pabone?
You sound sad. Don't be sad. Tom will cheer you up.
A little down in the dumps. Well, I got to hit the road. I got to leave my family for a couple of days. It's always a bummer not being able to play with my kids and stuff. So yeah, I'm just packing up. But I wanted to talk to you guys because I think I've drawn everything on the list so far. I need some new ideas. The only thing I didn't draw because it felt a little disrespectful was Sam's cans.
No.
Oh, well,
Yeah,
then
I
I'm
did
afraid
not.
we're going to have to fire you for not following orders.
yeah.
I'm afraid you just lost your job.
Sam's cans
Yeah.
was top of my
Yeah,
list.
if you thought you were sad now, wait till you tell your wife that you lost your high-paying job drawing Sam's cans. It's also Lingerie Wednesday here, so you also missed a good day to stop by. She's wearing a very, very nice sheer bodysuit, crotchless. It's absolutely phenomenal.
So, Pabone,
No disrespect.
I want to ask you an artist question. So
Do you ever draw naked women just so you can, like...
pull the Titanic? You know, like
No, I
what?
mean, pull the Titanic. I don't call mine that. I mean, mine's more like the Lusitania or something. You know, it's not the Titanic. My
SS
God.
Minnow?
I don't pull my Titanic. There's nothing to pull down there. My God, it's a sea of hair.
Okay. So,
I have a guy I can hook you up with, Grant Wells, also BDM artist, and he's very good at the sensual pictures.
I just wondered if, like, sometimes you were just like,
I've seen his Titanic.
yeah, that guy. My God, when he swings that thing around, I was like, oh my God, is that Babe Ruth? Looks like he's warming up. Oh, that's not. I see what that is.
Anyway, so I have an artist question. When did you realize you were good at art, Pabone? Like, what age? Because my son Tommy, he likes to draw, and now his drawings to me right now aren't impressive.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, oh yeah, cake, candy cane.
No, that's great.
You drew.
It's all a bunch of garbage. When they're this age,
Yeah.
You know, it's like you look at it, you're like, there's absolutely no skill there.
But it's better than Max. Now, he's older than Max, but it seems like he's got an eye for art And so I'm like, but I can't tell. Now it's better than I can do it, but
that ain't saying much.
Yeah. But everything,
well, you need glasses.
Everybody's better than me.
How do you even see what he draws?
Seemingly everybody does everything better than I do. So that's how you live when you're special needs.
Oh, here he goes.
Wait a minute.
Here we go. We got Pavone on the line, and here's Tom making it about him.
Right.
Sorry.
It all comes back to your physical ailments.
Yeah. No, okay. This is about Tommy, my son. So
I gave him my name.
So at your age, at 6 years old, were you like a better artist and a better drawer than other kids? Like, did you know?
Yeah, I think so. I think at that age you can sort of tell if there's potential or not. I started drawing comic book stuff in the old Adam West, Batman and Robin, and but you have to. It's all about reps too. Like you can have that sort of talent for it, but if you don't do it a lot, you'll lose it, I think. And the opposite's true. You could not be a natural, but if you just hammer, the reps in, there's people working who do that.
But Pavone, were you, as a kid, like a little kid, I don't know if you remember this far back, but were you drawing stuff and then seeing whatever all your peers were drawing and be like, oh my God, I'm way better? Like, did you see that?
Yeah, that was kind of, it sort of became my thing as a kid. Like, I was known as the kid who could draw well. At that age.
That is the worst superhero name.
Yeah.
That sucks. If I come out, I got my costume on, and they're like, you are known as the kid who can draw real well. I'd be like, oh God.
Yeah.
How about Pencil Man?
And by the way, Pencil Man's worse. Not the best thing in the world for me either, to be honest with you. I mean, this wasn't a nickname that was like peppered with adoration or anything. It was like, oh yeah, that one kid in the corner can draw real good. I mean, it was,
Yeah.
So
he's saying it didn't help him at all.
Yeah.
Is what he's saying.
Yeah, but it's always the kid in the corner that can draw.
Well, he's only going to do one of two things. He's either going to A, draw you a beautiful picture, or B, shoot you as you run down the hall. No, I'm serious. There's two things here. Either you go, oh, wow, you drew Spider-Man. That's amazing, Stan. Or it's, Stan, shooting Stan's going crazy.
I hope there's pencils in that trench coat.
Yeah. Oh, my God. I'm holding the bathroom door shut with my foot. Oh, they're pencils. Okay,
no.
Let him in. He's just got to poop.
We make
So I hope that answers your question.
We laugh because there's so much sadness. That's why.
We may get something for that. So anyway, Pavone. Let's talk about what
I saw his recent art, which is the
it's me.
What was it? Hey, dude. Hey, Bart Simpson. Let's go surfing.
No.
Yeah, it was to commemorate what the security guard at the bank said to me as I was walking in. He said, "Hey, Bart Simpson, let's go surfing." and it was awesome. And I laughed and I laughed.
I did like that. Yeah, we definitely got to make that into
that's
sticker.
That's a great sticker right there, man. That one is magnifique.
Maybe that can.
I even have a Descendants hat on. It's pretty cool.
No, it is good.
It's cool.
Okay. And maybe we could tie that into our throwback skateboard line. That
All
we're,
right.
Coming out with. By the way, what Butler? Get on the skateboards.
Wait, you're telling your sales guy to go ride a skateboard now? Is that where we're at?
We had that old school skateboard idea.
I thought you were telling him to go party. I was like, hey, go skateboard. What are you doing in there working?
What are some ideas?
Oh my God! Did you just Sleepy Joe?
Don't beat on me, bro.
I don't know anymore. Where am I? Oh, good evening, Kentucky. Like, what are you doing?
Well, I was trying to think of some reason.
I'm gonna shred you in the debate. I'm just gonna shred you. You're gonna sit there.
No,
You're gonna start bumbling. You can't access everything, and I'm just gonna eat you alive.
That's all right. I'll look at the camera. I'll talk straight to America.
Not me, buddy. Not me. Loose cannon, shoot from the hip, say whatever I want.
But yeah, the Bart Simpson thing, man. I heard you tell that story, and I think I told you I related to it because I also still dress like I'm in middle school.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, like, I don't, and I even commented on the post that Pavone put up with this picture of me as Bart Simpson skate surfing through the sky. Mm-hmm. like I've always dressed this way. Like I can't see myself dressing any other way ever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I don't know. Like now you have done something that I haven't done. You have transitioned to like polos and like
He's
shorts,
like preppy dad.
Yeah,
But
and
I didn't have I didn't have any style before. I was just slob. Remember at the radio station?
slob. That's harsh, man.
Dude, at the radio station. I'm not joking. Like
He
when,
was kind of like college slob.
yeah, when I one time at the radio,
College slob. God
Yeah.
damn, that's mean.
Disheveled hair,
Yeah.
cargo shorts, and some free T-shirt he got somewhere.
yeah, I used to show
It's
up.
hard for me to remember that.
Remember when I used to wear those Bahama sandals that I got in the Bahamas? And
Oh, that's weird.
I used to wear Bahama sandals like sweatpants. So one time I showed up in loafers because I couldn't find my shoes. So I had like loafers,
I remember.
sweatpants.
He had sweatpants and black loafers, and I'm like,
Oh my God.
I'm like, oh no.
Because
I'm like, what is happening?
I would always wake up late. I'd run out of the house at
Yeah.
5.
That's how
40.
you know. Lee used to do that. White trash, you can spot white trash a mile away because white trash people will wear loafers anywhere. White trash people be on the beach and just have no socks in loafers because they're like, it's all I got, dog. You know, like it's white trash.
Tom, you look good, man. Your look has evolved.
Yeah,
man,
I think you look good
it's
too.
true. Back in the day, you were, I'd call it like the wrinkled free T-shirt guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I want a sticker that. I'll add to the list because this is what the bit's about, right?
Yeah.
I'll add to the list. I want. Okay, let's do one. Okay, how about we do a serious one that gets you in the feels?
Okay.
How about we do one for my mom that's like Jack Lemon, the lemon tree, and then around it says, support them or support your friends and pray like crazy or something. You know, like the quote.
Yeah,
Okay,
That'd be
I like
kind of
that.
and then that's a sticker.
Oh, that's cool.
Because we don't really do anything for the
True.
people
We're
that
positive or
because we have a
good.
lot of like
We don't do any good.
I know it's a stereotype. We do no good, but we do.
That's next year's slogan.
What's weird is that we have a high concentration of very, very sweet women that listen to the show.
Yeah,
a lot.
Yeah, that's weird.
But I think that they let us say the bad stuff, and then they're like, "Oh, they're being naughty," and I'm just gonna go back to my needlepoint. Like we have older crafting ladies that love the spiciness of what we do. So that would be a good one.
Yeah. I like that one. And I'm trying to think of anything recent.
I want one that's a three-wheeler, a Honda three-wheeler that says wheeling and dealing underneath it for like your loves of gambling and three-wheelers.
Yeah. Okay.
So I want a wheeling and dealing,
Yeah.
and I want Samantha's cans.
All right.
Yeah.
Come on.
What other?
Hey, I had
That's all
something
they
to
got for
throw
me?
at you.
Yeah. What do we got?
Well, I was wondering if you guys were interested in maybe doing a collaboration with Big Tim to race him a little bit more green for his, after the wreck of his truck and all that.
Yeah.
I'm always down
Wait,
for
what
helping
happened?
people out. He rolled his truck.
Just kidding.
Yeah. I think a lot of people donated to him. As far as I saw him.
Did he reach his goal?
No, I don't think he reached his goal, but he got more than I think he even expected. Because
Oh, they
he put it
say
up
he's
as
at
a
like
joke.
15,000 now.
Oh,
Nice.
15 grand?
That's a lot.
Yeah.
What? I need to roll the
Well, if
grip
he's
truck.
got 15 grand, we might go in a different direction. I'm kidding.
Well, yeah, it seems like that's pretty good. Yeah, I think he'd be able to buy a car for
That's
that.
not bad.
And
I
help
hope he gets
himself out.
$100K, and I hope he buys a really expensive brand new car.
The Tesla.
Yeah, I hope he
Yeah.
does. Why not? Why not?
I
Dude,
think-
you don't know what's going to happen next in this world.
True.
Then he can't fit it in.
Oh, that'd be bad.
on.
Hey, that'd be-
Oh, come on,
he
that's
can-
fine.
He just sit on the top. It'll drive itself. Right?
See, I hope he gets $100K and buys a worse car than the one he had before.
Okay.
BT
that's-
Dubs,
that
he
would
does
be
not
good.
have 15 grand. It's only at 2,800.
Oh, okay.
Who said 15K? That's okay. Then we can help him.
Chicken chunkle cheesesteak.
Yeah, Chungus, don't be spreading misinformation. That's fake news.
I was
and you're
about to
not
say,
about
I was
that.
like, wow. I was like, that seems unlikely.
I was gonna say, goddamn, that's a nice, reliable used car.
Yeah. So we could do a collaboration with Tim. We got to talk to Tim.
I got him I hooked him up with one of the cameras that we have because he's been wanting to do a lot of streaming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he now has the ability to look great, and so let's set that up. Let's see what he's been up to.
He's a very sweet man, and
He
he
is
puts
a
a lot
sweet
of good
man.
vibes out into the world.
Well, I'll tell you this: when I was going through, and I still am, he was one of the first people to kind of text me and ask me if I wanted a picture of his BH to cheer myself up, and that goes a long way with me.
So back
That's a
to
true story.
back
believe
to me, Pavone.
There it is. There it is.
So if
I feel more comfortable now.
Yeah.
if I want to, like, how do you? Okay,
How do you draw stuff?
Because I understand that, like, if Tommy or Max showed some interest and some talent in throwing a ball, right? I understand the process of, like, okay, let's start teaching him how to refine his pitching.
I don't want to bring this up because
or
you're just going to
kicking,
get mad at me.
or or the sports wise. I understand how to put in reps to get him better at that, like speed, agility, things that I understand. But the art. Like, if Tommy's showing some interest and some promise in art, I don't know how to yell at him to art better.
Put him in an art class.
But what is it?
Yeah, there's some really
What
good.
is what?
I don't
art.
How do you get better at art?
I don't think
practice.
I don't think you like fostering. No offense, and you might get mad at me. I don't think you like fostering your son's natural talent.
For what?
Max is a hell of a good dancer, and you are adamant about him not taking dance classes.
I am not. I just don't. What dance class?
Right here.
He'll
go, boy.
There's this thing called Google, and if you put a question in Google and say, "Find me a dance class," and
What
put in the
what
zip
does
code,
Tommy want to do?
you'll
Paint?
probably get
Like, does he
a
want to do
plethora of
does
options.
he want to do pottery?
Ask
Pottery?
him. Talk to your children.
He
Pottery
draws.
would be amazing.
Yeah,
He
man.
drew me a book of
Tom,
candy.
The world.
Oh, candy book.
Oh.
Yeah, but
That's
Dude, the world
cute.
is changing, man. By the time Tommy's in high school, he'll be bullied for not being in dance. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a different world.
No, I
yeah,
don't
he's
have
gonna
to
need
worry
a
about
No,
TikTok.
Tommy's not the dancer. He's
Max
the
is.
art. He's
Yeah,
the
yeah,
artist.
yeah.
Max is like a natural
Max is
hip hop
okay.
dancer. Like, the
Yeah,
guy is like natural talent.
I'll get him into dance. But how do you, like, if your kid is like shows some promise in drawing? How do I tell him, like, how does he get better at that? Is it-
Encourage him to draw more.
I mean, he draws
When he
all the time.
comes in
Yeah.
with like a
It's
picture
about-
of you that looks like you, you'll be like, God damn!
And like
Yeah.
give
You
him
know-
praise for it so he knows he's good and
I
give him
do. Well,
confidence. Well,
I-
then you're fine.
Yeah, but how does he get better at it? Like, is it just
It happens over time.
Practice.
Well, I'll say this, man. There are some fundamentals that are good to learn at a young age in art because it'll help you. You know, it's like skateboarding. Like, the first trick you learn is the ollie, and everything else builds off of that. Yeah, get him in an art class, man. They'll teach him the basics,
Like techniques,
and
yeah.
those will just get stronger over time.
Like, I've practiced drawing a penis so many times that I know. Here, I'll show you.
But
Look at this. Look at this.
you realize, Pavone, I'm trying to get the info for free out of you.
Well,
You just
Look at
want
that.
free lessons. Is that what it is?
Look how good I drew that wiener.
Yeah. No,
we got
like,
Star Dance Galaxy dance class.
Dance Galaxy.
I'm just
Sign
saying.
me up.
So, like, if you're
Graceful Dance.
if you're trying to teach your
Academy.
kid how to throw a punch, like, understand about, like, I've taught them how the fundamentals of putting your weight into it and throwing your punch from your legs and your torso and not just throwing your hands, like, fundamentals.
You know, you can do all of this if you and your family went to church.
What do you mean?
That's
They
true.
offer all of this stuff.
At Sunday
Dance,
school, yeah.
Art, the
Singing.
whole nine. Just a couple of parables thrown in there. You can ignore those.
It's like the free hotel
Kickball.
at the end of the
Timeshare
the
deal.
timeshare
Yeah.
presentation. I got to
Yeah.
sit through the timeshare to get the free
you sit through
hotel.
the parables, and afterwards you get the donuts, coffee, art,
Technically, you don't
fellowship,
even have to
kickball.
go. You can just drop your kids off at Sunday school and pick them up.
Yeah. That's what my dad did.
Yeah, that's. I mean, I just took the.
I mean, Mom was an
the church
organist, but
bus.
Dad would drop me off. And you know what? And come to think of it, I can't really vet this, but I don't think Dad came to much there, unless it was like singing. He loved to sing. My dad loved singing in choir.
Mm-hmm.
That was really his jam.
Pabone, let me ask you another question. Those like digital tablets now that you could draw onto a tablet or like
I
artists
do that
use.
now, yeah. In fact, I did it for. Remember, you're designing your
Yeah,
web
yeah.
page. That's how I drew it. I drew it on my iPad.
So is that a skill that you have to learn? Because obviously, when you have some sort of stylist onto a digital, tablet, that's probably bizarre for like an artist that learned on paper like regular.
Yeah, but not to Tommy. That's his
But
jam.
yeah,
right?
so should I start him out early on that just so he has an advantage in the future? Because can you do that, Pabone, or is that a hard thing to learn?
100%. It's the industry standard. Everything is digital now. So even if you have that strong like pencil and paper foundation, it is hard to transition into digital if you're not used to it.
Do you want to take
I
this
was
for the
really
night?
late to it.
Maisie uses it to color, and she loves it.
Yeah.
He might really like that.
Well,
and the original Apple Pencil has come down in price. It's really cheap now. That's the newer one, but you can get a cheap one and an iPad Mini, and it works great. I let May use mine, and man, I'm telling you, as far as like being eco-friendly or like, it's nice to be able to color without having to use crayons and
You know
paper.
who does that is Swervy Jones' daughter.
No,
Yeah.
really.
She's already moved on to digital art.
Yeah,
I think
really?
she's really good.
No, but she's got the real.
See,
She's only like, I don't know, between the ages of 8 and 10. I don't know.
But it's okay. You know what?
Still
Good
pretty
idea,
young.
dude.
You know that makes perfect sense. They're never going to be good because
Wow.
me and
Wow.
Crystal.
That was a
That
stunning.
hurt.
I didn't even. I didn't know where that was going.
They're not even my kids, and it hurt my heart.
Me and Sam were all fired up and happy
I'm
about
proud
it,
of
and then
it.
you're
No,
just
I-
came in with a turd train.
Because you just said something that made me realize Swervy Jones is an artist. Of course, his daughter's a good artist. Like
That's not how that works.
My sons didn't get nothing from me or my wife. We both
Pabone,
stink.
are your parents artists?
No.
Okay, see?
Are you sure?
So, yeah.
Like, are
he
you?
just said,
Maybe your dad.
my wife and I can't be artists. We stink. Don't say that to your kids.
Pabone, are you sure? Maybe your dad was like he was a real man, like carpenter, but you don't know his art side.
I love I love the idea that you think maybe you know my parents better than I do. That's like my...
Oh, my God.
Well, this is Tom Van.
No one has ever called you out like that. Pabone, that's a pizza party right there, buddy. Hold on, you get it.
I'm just saying that maybe you didn't know.
Pizza party.
You know, like
Hey!
You get one, man. You get a pizza party for that. Wow.
you know, like
All right.
some people don't know a side about their parents. Like, you know, they went their whole
Yeah,
lives.
but even
Yeah,
if
but
that
that's
word
not,
true.
That's not really a deep, dark secret, man. Like,
Right.
that's, you know...
Even if that were true, it's not
That's
like
not-
if they were artists, it's not like they helped him learn art. So that your point isn't.
No, but
your
that's
argument here isn't.
that's a passed down trait.
Well, my
genetic
mom,
trait.
my
I don't
mom
think
was
so.
a musician. I was a
Yeah,
musician.
yeah. I think
but that doesn't happen all the time.
No.
not all the time, but there is
No, I
passed down.
see what he's
genetic-
saying. Yeah,
you know.
they have no chance. You're
Yeah.
right.
Oh, no,
I didn't
come
think about it
on.
before, but yeah, you're right.
It's like you know.
And, like, I know comic books are not as popular for kids nowadays, but throw them a bunch of comic books, man. I mean, the cooler the art is, the more
That's
inspired they'll be to, like, emulate that.
And the darker the berry, the sweeter the juice.
I bought them
Oh.
a Sonic the Hedgehog comic book, and they really enjoyed it. Like it blew their
Oh.
mind.
Well, then get them,
yeah.
you know, get your iPad and let them draw Sonic on the.
Yeah, Tommy. Yeah, I need to get him a digital stylist because that.
It's stylist, and you're breaking my heart every time you say stylist.
He's
I
a
don't-
stylist.
The plastic
Yeah.
pen that has.
Call it that.
Yeah,
Hey, y'all got any plastic pens?
I let it go the
I
first
got a
time,
digital
and I'm like,
stylist.
God damn it, he keeps saying stylist.
Y'all got a robot pencil in here? My son just dropped his robot pencil.
It's got to be attached with a
Yeah,
string,
is it got a-
so you don't lose it.
Hey, got to connect it, red tooth it, man. Can you red tooth it to that thing out there?
Red tooth, is that something?
You don't like
Oh,
everything's.
you don't know
going
that
to-
website.
Everything's going to red tooth now because it's one notch higher than Bluetooth. No, Bluetooth is like we don't do that anymore.
No,
It's faster. It's red tooth.
Okay, this guy's clapping me. It's on his eyes. It's on his eyes. Samantha gave it away.
I'm sorry.
Because I
I
almost-
couldn't.
It's
I
all right.
couldn't
I
hold
almost
it.
wrote down red
If you're
tooth.
here for 10 more years, and you probably will be, you'll get it. Eventually, we'll get it.
I saw him.
I know, it's fine.
I saw his brain stop, and I just.
He went for red. I had him with red tooth.
Yeah.
You know, this is a form of a hate crime what you're doing to me.
It's not a hate crime.
Yeah. Pabone, you're all in on it.
No, we're not all in on
Record
it.
this. Attack Pabone's website
Oh my
because
God.
they are all making fun of
I like
someone
that you're
that
yelling at, I don't know, the internet to record this when we are actually recording it.
Yeah. Record this, people of Earth. What are you doing?
you are attacking a person that is.
I thought you were going to say a person of color. Is that what you're going to say?
No. That I.
You okay? You all right, man?
I have a handicap when it comes to technology and.
You sound like a Kennedy there. You're like, I have a handicap area.
So Pabone, what's going on?
Berliner.
What's your main business nowadays? You still commissioning art privately for people?
Yeah. Commissions are filling up fast because it gets busy this time of year with the holidays and everything coming up. So, but yeah, it's been busy, but that's been a good thing, man. And you guys, too. I got to thank you guys. You know, you keep me busy as well, and you got my name out there. I owe you, Tom and Dan, my, I think, third place Best Visual Artist recognition. That was largely due to you guys pumping my name out there, man. So I really do appreciate that.
We are the pumpers.
You know.
In fact, that was
We're digital pumpers.
The original name of the show was the Coochie Cutters.
That's true.
Second place was Digital Pumpers. Hold on, draw that. You got honestly, if there's anything I want to change the name of the show to, honestly, it's Digital Pumpers because that's hilarious.
Yeah, get us some digital pumping branding,
Yeah.
and then I'm gonna tell Jack as soon as it's done that we're changing ACT.
Yeah,
to Digital
January
Pumpers.
1, it's Digital Pumpers.
And then I'm gonna make them change all the branding on all their websites to Digital Pumpers,
exactly.
and then be like, "This
If
legal."
you want a grand in your hand, listen to the Digital Pumpers tonight.
There it
If
is.
you miss the pumpers, you miss this. Digga, 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 digga.
Yeah.
Digga, 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 digga.
We want a very 90s radio. All right, here's your inspiration.
DIZ.
Diamond plate, like a Redneck's toolbox.
Okay, I like that.
Diamond plate.
Yep.
Smoke. I need some smoke.
We need fire, some sort of fire.
Yeah. And then how about I need a like a devil, like a demon.
Some the backdrop has got to be either chain link fence or brick wall with graffiti.
I
on
like
it.
brick wall. I'm
Okay.
more of a brick wall guy.
Yeah. Brick wall.
And not pavers either. I want like weathered, like think weathered brick wall.
Yeah.
And then like some spray paint on it of like phrases, and then it says Digital Pumpers.
Yeah. And then Daniel's wearing a hockey jersey.
Okay.
And then I'm wearing like a Dog the Bounty Hunter vest.
Do you have a shirt? Do you have a shirt?
No shirt.
Okay, no shirt. Tom also.
No shirt.
Okay, I have on a hockey jersey, no sleeves, but then I also have on a cowboy hat.
Yeah.
Circa Imus style.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I'm a little more conservative. I say what's on my mind. I say what everybody's thinking.
Yeah.
But I consider myself more of a fiscal conservative, not necessarily on social issues. Tom, on the other hand, is a biker extraordinaire. He has on the Dog the Bounty Hunter vest, and then your hair it's not the Dog the Bounty Hunter hair, because that's too liberal.
Yeah.
You have a clean, perfectly coiffed flat top. I mean, Duke from G.I. Joe, perfect flat top.
Yeah.
And an eye patch.
Yeah.
You have an eye patch.
And I have Oakley blades with
That cover your eye patch.
with earbuds attached to them.
Or maybe
God, we think you can't see now.
Yeah, the buds flop down.
Yeah. I can put them in and out.
Yeah, because like when you're a bounty hunter, when you're kicking down doors in Hawaii, you want to have that sweet non-point pumping through your earbuds while you're in there, or some hoobastank, and you're in there and you're just going crazy. You're bear macing everything. And the one thing that they do when they do that they don't tell you they do, but it's a great prank, is you open the refrigerator and you spray the bear mace in there and then shut it real quick. That way, later that night, when the grandmas go in there, the sweet abuela, to make some of that, what is that Mexican chocolate drink that they sell?
Flan?
No, it's a Mexican chocolate drink. Yeah, well, no, this is like a, there's an old abuela on the package. It's like Mexican hot cocoa.
Yeah, it's bitter. It's kind of nasty. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I know what
There
you're
you
talking
have
about.
it.
Yeah.
It's just a sweet granny on there.
Yeah.
And then she's going to make some of that. She opens the fridge and the bear mace wafts out.
It's
Gets them
Malta?
every time. No, it's not Malta.
yeah.
I don't think it's Malta.
All right, you got your orders, Pavone.
Got
Jesus.
it. Yeah, I got everything written down here. I'm going to get to work.
Oh, wait, one more.
I
Me as Spuds McKenzie getting a belly rub from Samantha.
oh, God.
Too far, Sam?
All right.
There's no parts.
No?
There's no part.
No, it's fine.
Yeah.
I've got on, I'm Spuds McKenzie. I'm fully clothed.
What am I wearing?
Well, this.
You're dressed like a fighter pilot.
Okay.
Yeah,
whatever.
helmet, everything, but it's
But
zipped down.
yeah,
Way down. Yeah.
But
The deep V to the
deep V.
Yeah. Oh, this is the deepest V.
Pavone, where can people find your art?
Artoferic.com, Facebook Art of Eric Pavone. Still have a few spaces left on commission, so hit me up if you need anything for the holidays. And thanks for having me on, guys. I appreciate it.
Christmas cards, stuff like that would be a good idea.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, we care about you. We'll talk to you soon.
All right, brother. Be easy.
All right, man.
All right, see ya. All right. Welcome back to A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Tom.
I am Dan. Samantha, our wonderful producer here. Butler, our wonderful sales gentleman. Is he in there? Did we lose another fish?
We lost a
We
fish.
did yesterday,
Am I not supposed to talk about that? I'm sorry.
No. And
I didn't know if
Dory ate him good.
Oh, well, Dory's got the big beak.
Yeah.
He's got a big. He was taking full chomps out of him.
So it was one of the angel fish, right?
Or the little black
striped ones.
Yeah, they're pretty hardy. They'd been around since the beginning. They're the OG.
Yeah.
But one of them, he's like, you have to take my place on the streets. Ate him up good.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So anyway, during the Twitch break, and if you want to listen to in between recording.
Oh, you can watch our fish. Yeah. Well, we have our fish tank on while we're recording. Like, it's on right now.
Yeah. So if you just
Twitch.tv/Tom and Dan Live.
If you're just like, even if you're an audio only person that just can, listen, not watch, there's an audio only version on Twitch. So we record during the day, usually starting around 10:30, 11,
yep.
And then we go to about 2, at least Monday through Friday. The schedule kind of changes, but Tuesday through Thursday, that's it. It's like basically start at 11, end at 2, and we leave it up, and the audio's up the whole time.
Yeah.
We go to a lunch break, and we put it on like cartoons
either the
or
fish,
music.
or you'll get sometimes you get fish and good music. Sometimes you get a just a plethora of these Tom and Dan tunes that Swervy Jones has worked on.
Yeah.
Shout out to Swervy Jones and Jones Corp.
It's completely free. All you have to you download the Twitch app on your phone, and then you just search Tom and Dan or go to twitch.tv/Tom and Dan Live.
Yep.
It's all there, and then you could listen to audio only, but we leave the mics on during the break. So usually when we finish recording, like the segment, we just go into talking about something else, and we were talking about the Sugar Ray song. What is it? What's the actual song?
Sam and
Every
I were
morning.
just singing it every morning because like Sam and I are the singers, I think, of the group. And
I just grumpily look at my phone.
Yeah, and then
while you guys are having fun.
Butler just stays really quiet.
Yeah, so no one
either
sees him.
he's afraid of you or he's trying to blend into the drywall. Like, I don't really know.
Yeah, it's a mixture. He's definitely not afraid of me.
No, he clowns him every day.
I don't know. I don't know if he. Honestly, I don't even know if he knows who you are. Sometimes. But Sam and I sing a lot. Like, I'll be like, working on the, like, you know me, I sing, and Sam sings a lot too. So we were both singing Every Morning by Sugar Ray, and then she's like, hey, you know that song's about pegging, right? And I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
And so the song's about pegging.
Well,
now.
there was an article on BuzzFeed a few years ago where one of the writers had a conspiracy that's what it was about, and started giving some examples, and then he went to Twitter and actually tweeted at Mark McGrath, and Mark McGrath confirmed it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So let's look at the lyrics of the song, because I don't know how you would get to pegging through the lyrics. But we'll analyze it and we'll see. Okay. Because I don't know.
So far, all I hear is pegging.
Right?
I don't know about
That's
you.
good pegging music.
Yeah, this whole thing just makes me want to peg.
Every morning there's a halo hanging from the corner of my girlfriend's four-post bed.
Okay.
Every morning there's a halo hanging from the corner of my girlfriend's four-post bed.
Okay.
I know it's not mine, but I'll see if I can use it for the weekend or a one-night stand. So the belt of the apparatus is hanging on the post of the bed.
Okay. So the belt is the halo.
Is that what it's called? Is that the lingo?
Pegging?
For
Like,
Mark McGrath.
If I go to Fair Villa and I'm like, hey, I got a little, my halo's dirty. I'm in the market for a new halo, and they're like, well, do you want a
Halo 3000?
Do you want a hybrid? Do you want a traditional do you want a traditional combustion engine? Do you want a hybrid? Do you want an all electric? I'd prefer USB all electric. They come this way. I go upstairs of Fair Villa where the high end stuff is. I look around. Then there's a whole section of halos. Is that what you're telling me, Sam?
Yes, that is what I'm telling you.
All right.
Don't understand how to work it out.
Once again, as predicted, left my broken heart open and you ripped it out.
Oh, you ripped
So
it
he
out. I know what that
says,
means.
I couldn't understand how to work it out. Like, I couldn't figure out how to do this. And then
Well, he
once
doesn't
again,
need to.
as
He's already
predicted...
got. He's got a nature's. He doesn't need a halo.
So is
Right?
the
No,
only
no. He didn't understand how it worked until
Well, he's an idiot.
he
I mean,
got pegged.
Oh, okay. Now,
And so then you go into the next
let
line.
me see if I can find
Okay.
it. Hold on.
Well,
wait,
you
wait,
missed
wait.
the beginning of
Okay,
that.
hold
So
on,
it says, okay, there we go.
Ripped it out. That's a good tune, man.
Something's got me reeling, stop me from believing, turn me around again. So something's got him reeling. Whoa.
Yeah, and then he goes,
Something,
"Shut the door, baby." Don't say a word.
Exactly. Don't tell nobody that you're pegging me.
Shut the door. That means
Turn me around again.
that
Let's
means
go at it again.
close your eyelids, right?
now, could this be
I
he
don't-
just wrote the song and then this guy said, "I think it's about pegging," and then Mark McGrath,
Yes.
100%.
Seems
Yeah.
like a funny guy, and then
Yeah.
he's like,
Yes.
"Yes, it is about pegging."
100%.
And it never was intentionally written about pegging.
I don't think it is.
It's
but
very possible.
Let's keep
but
going.
I'm going with it.
Is there more?
It's pretty much the same thing after this.
I know you're gonna do it again.
Man, I was surprised about how nice of a guy Mark McGrath was.
He's a great guy.
He's a great guy.
Just
That whole band. Look, the guy I was the most over the moon to meet is Dean Butterworth in that band, who's been in Good Charlotte. I believe he played some for the Used when they were going through transition. He's played for Sugar Ray. If you look him up, like the amount of like truly legendary rock bands that guy's played for, and like I'm blanking on a ton of them.
Yeah.
I wonder. Okay, so to be a
All right, he
nice,
did,
famous person,
The Madden Brothers, he did that one, and then he also worked with, I think, let's see here,
Dean Butterworth.
Dean Butterworth. He's
great
British.
name.
He's British, right?
so
I don't know.
to have the reputation as like a super nice, famous person, you have to have the ability to like put on this nice personality during the interactions with the majority of the people that you have interaction with, especially your fans.
I think you have to legitimately enjoy it.
I think for at least Mark McGrath, I don't think he takes himself very seriously.
No.
I think he's very grateful that he's still relevant and he's humble.
And
Yeah,
he also
yeah.
he knows what he is, and he also like
Yeah.
whether he's
He
had
can
work.
poke fun at himself.
He's obviously had work done or whatever, but he doesn't care because he owns everything he does. He's like
We
this
talk
shit-
about Mark McGrath a lot.
well, but because
Yeah, no, man, we had a great
Yeah, he's
interaction
nice,
with him.
yeah.
Man. I was
he blew
surprised.
our
like,
mind.
God.
He
Mark
legitimately.
McGrath president.
I mean,
he's a nice ass guy.
He can appeal to more people.
That's
he won't be
true.
as divisive, you know. I mean, I don't know what his policies would be. Probably terrible. It's like pegging for everybody. I'm like, but, like for me, I'm like, it is shocking sometimes when you see, because we've met people that are less famous and are less wealthy than Mark McGrath that are complete a-holes to
Yeah.
us. And then you meet somebody who's literally he's navigated rock and roll to right under maybe the best place you can be, right?
I'd put him.
I mean, he's not
God.
gonna be. Well, maybe he would be Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I don't know, but like, I don't see him in that category. He's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
legendary
yeah.
status. He's right under it. But he's about as successful as you could ever be in a rock band, and he's beloved. It seems like everybody kind of likes the guy. And then I expected him to not be as cool,
But even
and he was very cool.
because even if you're like, okay, if he wasn't as cool, maybe he's just busy, because people
True.
are all at that level. No matter what, you're busy all the time. You're working, whatever, you're busy. So like you're maybe on your phone or like talking to your assistants or you have a lot of stuff going on. So I even excuse that. Like some people take that as like someone's too busy and like, hey,
He was a jerk to me.
Yeah. Like that's I don't. Come on, he's
That's
just a
not
busy
fair,
person.
yeah.
This person's trying to make a living and trying to earn money, and he's busy. But that Mark McGrath, not even like he over the top polite, nice, and seemed like he genuinely cared. And
Well, at
I
that-
probably know like he can't care about every one of his fans, but it seems like
But-
he does. And that's pretty good talent.
Well, but that what does that say about him?
Genuine.
He made us comfortable, right? Like he took
Oh, yeah.
he took extra time with everybody that was standing in that line at the Oh man, I'm blanking
Had
on
nothing
what
to do with us. It was everybody.
What was that
all-
event?
Hullabalooza?
Hullabaloo.
Hullabaloo.
There it is.
Yeah,
I was like, it's something
was
like that.
It
It's
was
close.
Thornton Park
Hullabaloo,
Hullabaloo.
something.
It was amazing. I loved working with those guys. That everybody there was phenomenal to work with. But the cool thing was he took extra time to the point where the people putting on the event actually had to say, "Hey, we have to speed it up a little bit because we won't be able to finish in time." He was just trying to take as much time as the person wanted, and I really do believe though that goes a long way. If he continues to do that, he will just.
Well, he got the reputation. Like I've never heard anybody say anything bad about.
You ever
Mark
listen to him on the
McGrath.
radio?
No.
Well, you don't have Sirius though. You don't listen to the radio, but on Sirius XM on the '90s channel, and like
I'd like to listen to a show.
It's good because he tells all these stories. He's got stories about meeting Kurt Cobain. He's got stories about meeting Ice Cube and Ice-T, and legendary rappers because he's
been in the world for
and he navigates in every world of music. When you're like a hardcore or a punk rock or a rock band that has elements of hip hop in it
and pop
his
most popular music is just popular music.
Yeah, he just navigates and he knows everybody. So.
Yeah. I think that goes to show you again how nice of a guy he is. If he's friends with everybody, it just
he's the everyman rock star. He can hang with everybody.
Yeah, we're like gushing over.
I just want to peg him.
Turn him around again.
And I will tell you, in person, people could talk as much as you want about plastic surgery or whatever you
amazing.
want. This guy looked young. First of all, you're way younger than me and Daniel.
Oh yeah. Well, that's alcohol.
Younger than Travis. Like you know what I'm saying. If you think Travis,
well, that's he's bad eyesight, staring at his Ghostbuster proton pack, hiding in the garage.
And this guy, I was like, you look amazing.
I think you might have said that to the point where it was like embarrassed. Somebody said something to the point where I couldn't even talk to him because I was like, my God.
Starstruck?
A little bit. I don't get starstruck though, guys.
Is a beautiful man.
He is. It doesn't happen. You know why? Is because he's so famous and he's been on like memorable things. Like he's been on like MTV Music Awards. He's been on Jeopardy. You've seen his videos a million times. That song "Fly" featuring Supercat. That is like it hit the dartboard bullseye for when I was paying attention to music the most. Boom, bullseye. So it may not be my favorite song or anything, but it's
a fun song.
But it was the most popular song when I was involved in music the most.
Oh man, that's
I think I have no choice but to sort of elevate this guy because he's checking all my boxes of what I want him to be. That's why we get disappointed, right? When you meet Fat Mike from NoFX and he's an a-hole, you're disappointed because you admire the guy and he let you down.
Yeah.
You had created this vision of what you thought he was, and he's not that. And that's not his fault. That's your fault. You did that.
And
does Fat Mike create an image that he's a nice, cool guy?
Well,
I don't ever think that.
But I don't get the image that if I went to talk to him, like that he'd just tell me to go F myself or be mean to me. And I've heard people say that.
Yeah.
But like Mark McGrath, I'm like, I want him to be nice and handsome. I want him to be
And
nice
he
and handsome.
was.
And then you get there and you're like, oh my God, he's nice and handsome. And not only is he nice and handsome, he's more nice and more handsome than you thought he was going to be.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
Like he's over.
Exceeded your
we're walking
expectations.
away, and he's like, "Hey, tell me more about."
Yeah, he's like, so guys, the podcast. Give me a website address.
We gotta get him on the show.
I think we could.
Skype with Mark McGrath, and then we
honestly-
can ask him about the pegging.
Can you hit him up?
I'll
Hit him
try.
up. Hit him up. Remind him of the event. Remind him of the podcast and talking to us. I bet you he remembers it. And if he's not, if he doesn't,
lie about it.
He'll lie
Yeah.
and say that he doesn't. Be
Tell
a good
him
guy.
we want to talk about his XM series show and promote that for him.
Yeah.
Whatever.
It's a good show.
Anyway, that's a genuine talent and mindset you got to be in because that's hard to do. Because I understand, like, if you have to put on this polite, interesting personality, even if that's the way Mark McGrath really is.
Yeah.
There is an effort to be nice to lots of
He
people.
gives a damn,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? And strangers. So being
Mentally, that's tiring though. So when people
Yes.
say he's like super smart, I think he would have to be to keep up that level of. It's
because
hard.
You imagine meeting strangers that know you and you don't know them, and you have to be very nice to them, constantly. That is an effort. You know what I'm saying? Because. That doesn't really. You can't just sit back and be like hello and shake people's hand because then the people are like, oh, this guy's a d-head.
Yeah, you gotta be
He's not
engaging.
engaging. Not So the fact that he puts that effort in,
It's not going to hurt your. I mean, look at it. We've spent 20 minutes talking about him.
I know. Yeah.
It's not going to hurt you to be nice to people. You know, I tell that to like everybody, but it's hard for people sometimes.
Well, some people.
Because being nice is a weakness in some people's eyes. You know.
Also, if it's not your natural personality, then it's real hard.
No, it's
You know what I'm
artificial
saying?
at that point, right?
Yeah, because if your natural personality or whoever, like you know, your persona, who you are, leans more towards like a harshness.
Who's been the person you've met who's been the meanest to you?
I don't put myself usually in situations where I don't care that much, you know. So it's like I've never met someone where I was disappointed because I didn't expect anything from them, so I don't care. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I absolutely.
But Travis Pastrana, one of the nicest people
Oh
I've ever met.
wow, he was
You're
great.
welcome.
And
He's
then,
on my list. And
Mark McGrath,
Penn and Teller are on my
Penn and
list.
Teller,
They're so nice.
Penn Jillette, obviously.
Piff is on my
Oh
list.
yeah, Piff's on the list. 100.
nicest
He's, but I feel bad when I
It's
say
fine.
that.
everybody's been nice.
No.
Bob
With
Saget,
Piff, I feel
everybody.
bad because it's like he's.
But that's his gimmick.
I
Everyone
I
knows.
understand, but I don't think you're supposed to say, "Hey, Piff the Magic Dragon's super nice."
Yeah. I understand. Yeah.
It goes against. He's super funny. He is really nice.
We've never had a bad experience like any of the comedians that come in here. Like, I
Oh
can't,
yeah, one.
Yeah,
I
I
can't.
had
Well,
one.
yeah. I guess
well.
so. But
That was a disappointing experience.
Yeah, that one still hurts. That one still makes me
Saw
uncomfortable.
him in a movie over the weekend, and I was like, ugh.
He's in the movie?
No, in a movie that I watched.
Oh, I didn't know he's an actor.
Oh wait, we're talking about somebody else then.
Yeah, I think you're talking about two different people.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. That wasn't a bad experience, was it?
Yes.
Yeah,
We'll talk off
Where
air.
we still get postcards all the time?
No.
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 I know who
yeah.
she's talking about.
Oh, I don't know.
Bald, right? I mean, yeah. I know. Yeah, that is a
Dirty Jill?
Yeah, he was in a movie over the weekend.
Um,
It's fine.
welcome to A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Tom. Samantha's here.
Hi.
I'm here too. I'm just, feeling a little crazy. We're
Yeah.
taping this after lunch, and every time I go to lunch, I get the same order every single time. I
Yeah.
get the Jimmy John's
Oh.
gargantuan. We don't have to laugh at it. I get the gargantuan,
Yeah.
and I cut it in half,
Oh.
and I eat one half at my desk and
Yeah.
the other half while I'm pooping out the first half.
Yeah. Yeah, we know a person we used to work with. By the way, I got to get in contact with this person that he used to eat a personal pizza, small and a full foot-long sub for lunch every day.
we
Right?
did.
But
And he's a
Whoa!
little man.
Yeah, he wasn't obese
He's
at
like
all.
my
not-
height.
Yeah, and
Weighs less than me though. Like
Yeah.
he's a little, like slight little man.
So obviously his metabolism was running hot, and like he could eat like that and not gain any weight.
Not a lick.
But will your body's chemistry be rotten
Oh yeah,
because
he's
of,
rotten inside.
Like, okay, all right.
Yeah, like if
so
you-
your cholesterol, your
Yeah.
blood.
Oh,
it,
yeah.
it doesn't matter if you're obese. You could still.
I believe
Eat
more
them.
now in good genetics than ever before. I think if you cut 9 out of 10 people with a samurai sword and look at their insides. Now, I'm not a doctor, so first of all, I wouldn't know any of the things I'm looking at. But I would just look, I'd be like, this is disgusting, but I'd be like,
all red.
it looks a little like I think it doesn't look healthy. Is what I would say.
Yeah.
And I think most people are in that, and the reason that they die is some sort of pre-existing condition or something that has to do with their medical history within their family. I think that's extremely important.
Or you can, eat or smoke or all types of drink or all bad living yourself to an early grave.
That's the way I went. You sound like a young European woman. You're like, I want to see the world. I want to party. I want to dance and drink all kinds of drink.
But can you, even with good genetics, just eat the worst and do whatever you want?
You can.
And
I've
it,
seen it.
And it not hurt your cholesterol or all
100%,
that?
yeah.
How could it, like, you're eating all cholesterol? Like, it's still fine?
Yes.
That's crazy.
It can happen.
That's a superpower.
It can happen.
Like, eat whatever you want with no ill effects out of it whatsoever.
I'm have a good life, man. I'm enjoy your life, man.
Anyway.
You want to do
You
it?
forgot who we were talking to.
You
didn't you?
forget? We got a bit we got to do. Hey, you need to get in the truck.
Get in the cab, Fred. Eastbound and down, loaded up and trucking. We gonna do what they say can't be done. We got a long way go. There ain't short time to get there. Well, I'm eastbound, just watch the building run.
It's who's
Whoa, that was abrupt.
And then we just,
Were you ready for that?
Yeah, and then hold on, I'm doing it.
Yeah,
And then you do that, and then you do it right to
okay,
here.
all
Okay. I did it wrong. Hold on.
Okay,
Hold on, I'm going to do it again.
Okay,
You do it like this.
Do it again. Okay.
You do it again.
Do it again.
Okay, ready? I can do it this time.
All right.
Eastbound and down, loaded up and trucking. We gonna do what they say can't be done. We got it.
Okay. Now we're good. Welcome to,
Who's trucking?
yeah.
With
Welcome to Weird Truck Wednesdays with Trucker Matt. What's your weird truck, Matt?
yeah. So Matt,
God.
still on.
I left my farts on. I'm sorry.
So Matt, I don't know if you know this, but we've had another email from another trucker.
Yeah.
Who was he was mad, and he wants his own trucking bit, and so there's a lot of truckers that listen to the show.
Well, I mean, easy way to do it. 90s radio. Me and him could fight it out for it.
No,
I like a
okay.
boxing match, or
Yeah.
we can see which one of you sucks a dildo better.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
I can say that, right?
That is my own personal business, and how dare you?
No, but that's the way you keep your bet.
Yeah. Because you know, when you went fight, I went dildo because
Yeah.
I want to go opposite.
That's what Michelle Obama says. She says when they go fight, you go dildo. Michelle Obama.
Yeah, because I want to go opposite of what you want. You
Yeah.
see what I'm saying? That's what a true.
So he doesn't want dildo.
Yeah, no.
What about a fight with dildos?
Dildo fight?
That's
Okay, hold on a
that's
second.
80s radio.
Yeah, that's 88, 89.
Yeah, so you're out of your genre.
Yeah, you kind of fell out of your lane a little bit there.
So, all right, Trucker Matt, what do we got today?
Okay, so couple things real quick. One, I thought I was the only person in the world that didn't wash my legs when I took a shower, but apparently we have that in common. Which I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but
Well, I mean-
I just thought I was alone in that.
It's certainly not a good thing that both of you guys have.
It's a lazy, trashy thing. If it's
Yeah,
anything,
it is.
right? It's a too lazy. Also, don't care about yourself or
But
your
you
own
do-
personal hygiene.
But Trucker Matt, you do wash your crack and your sack.
Oh, yeah.
Crack and sack.
Yeah.
Let's talk about trucker.
It's Tom and Dan's crack and sack baseball
the.
for Yellow Brick Road.
I gotta be a jerk.
Yeah, who are we gonna get? I gotta get Super Dave. I gotta get Jack Bradshaw.
Yeah.
Ross from Jim Colbert Show, because you can't get Jim Colbert.
Yeah.
He's
Too
above,
busy.
Yeah, he's too big and rich.
Yeah. And then you get what's the religious guy from Z88? Super nice guy. We see him at the truck shows all the
I
time.
don't know about it. Is he still alive?
Is he?
LSP Feaster.
I thought that
It's Ellis. Is it P? LSP Feaster. It's
Yeah,
hard for
he's-
me to say LSP Feaster with not wanting to say LSP. He's the nicest man too. He's the nicest man.
is.
LSB.
LSB Feaster. I want to say LSB Feaster. Get a big fat keister. I saw him. I just want to say it. I just want to say it. And he's a nice man. He doesn't deserve any of that.
Anyway, Trucker Matt, how are the showers in a truck stop? Because I often see that some of your Flying J's and other truck stops, your big ones, they have like showers that truckers can go
What
use.
is a Flying J? Is that a jet?
Yeah, I mean, they basically like your Loves, your Petro, TA, Pilot, all those, they have them. When you get fuel, like more than 50 gallons, you can take it for free, but if not, it's like between $14 to $18.
Is it?
But they're generally pretty nice. I mean, you get like the ones that haven't been cleaned very well, and they'll be like, pubies all over the place. But other than that, I mean, it's better than not taking.
You're a grown ass man. You say pubies?
Yeah, of course. You say nuggies.
Yeah, but I'm not a grown ass man.
yeah, that's the difference. Also, do you have any sort of bathroom in your cab?
I have an Arizona tea bottle.
Okay, I thought
Can't
those
poop in that.
don't like some of the nicer like rigs.
Oh yeah, the extended, like the California sleepers, they have like stand-up showers, bathrooms.
I think I'd want just like a little, a potty'd be nice. You whip in real quick, take
Yeah,
a pee, and then
just
head on down the road.
Like
Yeah.
a number one, like kind of like your.
You know what'd be awesome?
Your RV.
Automatic truck driving itself. Like the sweet spot before they go fully automated.
Yeah.
There will be a sweet spot where there'll still be a human behind it, and you can walk to the back and take a pee while you're going on the road.
you're
That's
just
gonna be
You're monitoring.
That's gonna be that's the best job ever.
That is my ultimate dream. I can't wait for that to happen.
Yeah, but it's only gonna be for like a year, maybe
yeah,
less,
yeah.
maybe less.
Because
Yeah.
Tesla's like, we don't need the redneck peeing on everything. Get him out of there.
Oh man.
In fact, we'll take that extra space in the cab and fill it full of cargo too.
Yeah, to make more money.
Yeah, because all the
More fuel or-
computer and batteries is all we need. And
Yeah,
just
put another fuel cell in there to keep that thing moving down the road.
All right, so what? Let's go with some of the. Did we decide on this was going to be stories from the road?
I thought it was cities, wasn't it?
Yeah. We get the pick
Well,
a city. What is
it's
it?
kind of changed back and forth because my original idea, like nobody in the Twitch chat room liked it.
Aw.
So then I came with, just different stories from places that I went to, like personal experiences. So, I mean,
Took a crap in Oklahoma. It was amazing. 4 stars. We'll do it again.
Don't let the Twitch chat room bully you. They don't like anything.
No, they do. They like me and Sam a lot. They just don't like you.
They like to sit back there and make their little jokes.
Did you
and,
just go full Italian? You like a sit on the back of the day.
and then they with their goofy names.
I mean, what I was going to talk about this time is you guys had mentioned a while back the difference between family-owned restaurants and like chain restaurants.
Yeah.
And the difference in like the way the care that's put into it.
Well, family restaurants, if it's an Italian restaurant, you got certain things you're going to get.
Yeah.
Hostess is the daughter. That's 9 times out of 10.
Oh yeah, family.
A
Works
lot
there.
of fake plants that are dusty. You can have a lot of that.
There are a lot of either family members and then family
a lot of Cisco
members
food.
that had
boxes.
addiction problems and went through like
yeah.
bad parts, and then the family's giving them jobs.
You got Billy the crackhead. He's like, I'll be your waiter. He can barely carry out the pitcher of sangria because he's on that. What is he on? He's on Suboxone and he's weak.
Yeah, literally, the place that I was going to talk about, I don't even remember its name, but it was in Virginia somewhere, and it was this tiny little mom-and-pop truck stop with this little restaurant in it. And it's funny you said drug addict waiter, because this guy came up, and he was like, what can I get for you? And I told him,
I'll be your drug addict waiter.
you have this job. He's like, I just got out of rehab a couple days ago. He's like, it's just life's looking good for me now. Everything's going up. I'm like, okay. So he brings the food out. He goes, oh, wait, I forgot your fries. Hang on.
They're in my pants.
Hand palm a bunch of fries in his hand. Comes walking back over and sets it on a plate. He goes, there you go, man. I gave you a little extra. I was like, okay.
Yeah, I gave you 2 handfuls.
Oh,
I like that. Leave alone.
He went to the
You got an
back.
extra handful of fries, Tom. Don't look a gift horse in the mouth.
He went to the kitchen and picked up a handful of
Hot,
fries.
no.
hot fries.
Walked it over
He
to
can't feel it. He's stoned out of his mind.
He literally just palm of fries. They were like lukewarm, so I don't know how long they were sitting there for. But he put them down, and so I'm like, okay, I'm not eating those. And then the burger that I got, I took the top off with some ketchup on it. The cheese was melted on top of the burger, but with the Kraft singles wrapper still around.
Yeah, that happened to me in May. Yeah, that's happened before. Yeah, that's definitely a drug scenario. It happened in St. Augustine with Maisie. Remember, we talked about it. It was at that restaurant. That guy was high as a kite.
Yeah.
I didn't fault him at all, too. I'm like, you should be laying on your couch right now. You're in no business to be making a sandwich for a 5-year-old.
So I'm like, hey, man, I actually got to go. I was like, I'll just pay for the food or whatever. He's like, oh, we got these desserts. And I'm like, okay, that's a store-bought cake. There can't be anything wrong with it. I was like, I'll take the lemon cake. He goes, oh, okay. He goes to cut it. The piece goes to fall over, and I notice his dirty thumbnail that's like 2 inches long digs into the frosting
for classic
and he picks
guitar
it up
playing.
by hand and puts it on the plate.
I'm glad I ate lunch
Frosting out
before
of his
this.
thumbnail.
Gross.
Yeah,
Now,
and he goes, oh, go ahead.
no, I was gonna say that. Do you think that he's even able to get past? Because obviously this wasn't his literally first day, right? So
Yeah.
he's been there for at least a little bit of time.
Well,
You
you're
know,
not gonna. The problem here is not him. The problem is it's mom and pop. And what I mean by that is there's no protocol put in place.
Yes, yeah.
There's in this scenario for the drug addict rehab guy to get the job and execute it correctly. He needs a binder that has some protocol in it, right?
Yes. Also, the point I was getting at is the customer. If it's in a truck stop, it's all truckers, right? And I bet you truckers are, they seem to me, it's probably a huge stereotype, but it could be primarily the real man stereotype, the guy that isn't probably easily offended, or the guy that probably isn't easily grossed out, or maybe working class guy that's not gonna, like, if he sees a hair in his eggs, he's not gonna pitch a fit.
See,
and
stuff like that doesn't bother me.
He's gonna blow it off.
I've always been that way. I know that it's given Sam the skeeves, but for me, like, man, I just pick the hair and I keep eating it. I'm weird like that.
Yeah, like this guy wouldn't last literally 5 minutes in anything upscale because all the clientele would call for his head to immediately be fired. But maybe enough truckers were willing to look past all this stuff for them
Yeah,
to
it's rough
even have
around
a
the
job.
edges. You know what you're getting.
Like, it doesn't seem like, Matt, you don't even seem like the type of person that would complain about this to management or write a letter.
No, because I don't want to get the dude, like, fired or whatever. But at the same time, like,
it's absurd.
That was my one chance to eat something hot that I didn't have to cook myself, and I was in, like, you know what I'm saying? So it kind of sucked in that aspect. But then at the same time, like, I don't know, maybe this guy did think he was doing the best job he could. I don't know. So, but it was horrible. And it was just, it wasn't like this little backwoods place, like, off in the middle of nowhere. So, like, I don't know if that place even gets business. I don't know how old the food was.
There are certain stores. Matt brings up something that I've been. It kind of falls into a category of, like, things that secretly I'm sort of obsessed with. It falls under the category of, like, abandoned building.
Yeah.
And what I'm talking about is the attraction, restaurant, butterfly garden, nursery, whatever you can think of that's out there that's old Florida primarily, that you ask yourself, how the F is this thing still going?
Yeah.
And there's a sadness to it. And then for some reason, I feel it, I bet you do too, Tom, where you feel guilted into, like,
Spending
buying
money.
something or doing something because the place is so GD sad.
Yeah. But
You know,
it should
an
be put out of its
delivery person.
Yeah, exactly. Like if you're an old man and you can barely walk and you're, like, shaking. Remember that guy that delivered me a Papa John's pizza? He's, like, shaking. And I look at him like, oh, my God, you should be in a hospital not delivering my pizza. And I tipped him huge because I just felt so bad.
Yeah. And maybe he's playing into it. Maybe there's a case to be made that he gets up to your house and he's like, start the shaking.
All right, put the shaking on.
yeah. They tip me more every time.
No, I don't want to be that guy.
Yeah, and I mean, a lot of these places I feel, too, were, booming places before, like, the highway system kind of was implemented.
Sure, yeah.
Because it was a lot more like, when you took a trip, you had to take, like, US 1 all the way up out of Florida. You know what I mean?
So that brings me to a thing I was thinking about when I was in Colorado, because we took the Independence Pass back. It was the same. We took the same thing. It was like the long way around, nicer drive, more scenery.
What's it called?
It's called Independence Pass.
Okay, Independence. These I don't do, like, street names or stuff well. Like last night, Andrea was talking about the Casadega Ferry Trail, and I thought that was her pubic hair. Sorry, I'm doing a stand-up bit.
And anyway, and it seemed crazy busy this year as opposed to even 2 years ago. So it seems like a lot of people are just doing this. It makes sense. COVID, you'd be out away from people.
Totally
There's
makes sense.
Stops stops along the way. But anyway, it goes through this old, tiny town called Leadville, and the whole town is known for being the highest in elevation town in Colorado, whatever. And so it's just a small old town that maybe has some mining or something. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the main industry of it. But because of the extra traffic, because of Independence Pass got popular because of COVID and more people know about it, the internet, that businesses are starting to sprout up through the middle of the town. And we stopped at this pizza joint that is like, it was packed. And it was all packed with tourists driving through the town.
Ah, clever.
And then I was like, wow, like this town, and now, and like there's probably 15 employees. Like it was like,
because there are good and bad. I mean, you don't see a lot of the good right now.
And I'm like, someone's taking advantage of the fact that there's nothing in this town, and there's so much traffic now. So there's that, and then also with the advent of GPS. I think everybody's GPS is telling them to take the shortcut, and then all of a sudden that shortcut becomes a busy road, and then people start monetizing.
Oh, that's
that
happening
business.
here in town. I mean, that's one of the reasons why I use Waze a lot less than I used to, is because it's given everywhere. Like all these shortcuts that I was taught through Andrea, like are now just, it doesn't even matter. So I just go the other way because it's just as fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like when I used to live in Titusville when the space shuttles would launch. And from living there, you knew how to navigate around traffic through Backstreet. And then once GPS and all that stuff came around, it just didn't matter. You were stuck no matter where you were.
Because everybody's looking at the same thing, you know? So that brings me up a question, like, Trucker Matt, when you got, I'm sure, GPS in your truck and it just tells you where to go, you follow it, is that the case? Or have you been doing this such a long time, you know?
Well, see, I used to do over the road for a number of years, but now I'm on a dedicated route. So I go to like 4 different states, and I kind of go to the same places, so I don't need it anymore.
I would like that.
But I do have it, and like the ones in the trucks are set to the specifications for the truck, like the height, the width, stuff like that.
Right.
And that's why a lot of other truck drivers sometimes, like maybe the newer guys, they'll use like your Waze or your Google Maps, and that's when you see them stuck under a bridge or, hanging off the side of a mountain.
Oh, you took my next question. I was going to ask if there is specific GPS that will basically vet sticky situations, meaning
like, don't go under that bridge.
Small bridges, bridges that can't carry your weight, certain areas that are like Baldwin. I feel so bad in our area where our studio is when people get furniture delivered and I see an 18-wheeler.
Oh, yeah.
I feel so bad for that guy, and I make it a point because I live in this area to be as patient as humanly possible when they're trying to back in and out.
You're the only one involved when it does that.
I know, but it's not their fault, man.
By the way, my husband drives a tiny car, and when he was driving through here the other day, he's like, I hate this neighborhood.
It's hard.
Because people trying to turn around, people running stop signs, people in the streets on scooters. It's chaos over here.
It is crazy.
Trucker Matt.
Definitely moving of downtown.
When I was driving in Colorado, me and Crystal were commenting on runaway
Look at all these runaway teens. They're everywhere. Guys, teens, come and get in our SUV with our sons.
And and so when you're driving through the mountains, like you're on a fairly steep decline for a long time. And then they have these runaway
I love those.
truck areas. If your truck's brakes go out, you could pull off.
I've always wanted just to hit one.
Yeah, and it looks like it's basically it goes up the side of a mountain. It's all gravel. So if your truck's brakes, you could go on that instead of careening off the side or whatever.
That way you don't get hurt.
And it seemed to me that if you had no brakes and you were rocketing down a hill and then you hit that thing, because it goes pretty steep.
I think it'd be scary as hell.
Oh, yeah. It would be violent and crazy. It would be like you change
forever. But hopefully
forever.
Not dead. Because that's really all you're going for, right?
So have you been trained in that? Like, have you seen or heard stories of people using those?
I have heard stories, and there was one time I was going down a mountain in Oregon, and you kind of look over to the right, and there was a truck up in it waiting to get towed out.
Oof.
So but what happens is you hit those things. It looks like gravel, but it's kind of like a sand or whatever. Because when you hit it, your truck sinks down into it.
Yeah. It's like soft sand and gravel.
Yeah, and basically it's gonna destroy your truck. But like you said, it's better than death. And like, you don't get trained on how to use them. More or less, you get trained on how to not need to use them through like proper braking techniques, engine brakes, things like that.
Gotcha.
So, I mean, but it is the scariest thing in the world
Yeah.
when you're going down those things. And like in Fancy Gap Mountain, you know what I mean? Like all it is like the aluminum guardrail thing that stops you from falling 500 feet to the ground below you.
Yeah. And
So if a steer tire blows out, you're instantly jerking whatever way the steer tire blew, and if it's to the right, you're done.
Yeah. It just seemed to
Wow,
me.
when you put it like that, okay.
It seemed to me terrifying,
Yeah.
the thought of rocketing down a hill with no brakes and then looking at that steep, crazy, like a runaway truck ramp, and then hitting it with full speed, like you're maybe going 80, 90 miles an hour.
No, you got to go fast. You got to push the accelerator. You got to hit it.
And then,
Well, that's what happened with that guy in Colorado that was going down that hill. His brakes burned out. He didn't hit any of the truck ramps. He came into a town. He went into the emergency lane. Then there was another truck in that emergency lane, and he smashed into that one. All the cars underneath the bridge caught on fire. And now he's in jail for the rest of his life.
oh my God.
Oh man! All he was doing, he's trying to take some Twinkies to across the country. And what do you got in the back? Oh yeah, I got a bunch of WWE wrestling figurines.
So did he say why he didn't go? Was it just like, too scary? Because it looks scary.
I wanted to see
Well,
the town.
he was one of I forget the exact name of it, where they give you a work visa to come over here because you have a skill or something like that.
Oh, I hear your conservatism.
No, I'm trying to be polite.
all right.
Some kind of visa, but it's not the credit card.
No.
Anyways, he
Probably
came
making
here and
salsa and missed all the ramps.
he worked for a company that had a lot of safety violations already, and the trailer had been cited so many times, but he chose to drive it anyways. So that's why at the end of the day it came down straight on him, because my company can give me a trailer to pull, and I can say no. Like, even though I work for somebody, I'm still the one driving. It's my responsibility at the end of the day.
Gotcha. So
Are you supposed to walk your truck before you get in it and do all that kind of jazz?
Yeah, you're mandated by DOT. You have to do a pre-trip before you start driving.
I do that before I leave the studio. I walk out to my
No, you don't.
VW Cross Sport. I walk it. I take. I have a clipboard on my passenger seat. I take tire readings and I record all of those. I write down the mileage that I had, and then when I go 0.2 miles to my house, I write down the ending mileage, and I take tire readings again there.
Check all fluids.
So far, nothing has changed in 7 years.
Yeah, so you'd be perfect for this job.
Yeah, it's fun. I enjoy it.
There is something to be said, right? You're too prepared. You're doing too much.
Well, I even put out a flare before I back up. I thought, and then I back up.
But yeah, no, I mean, like, there's a lot to this job, but it's also really cool to, like, driving through Boston, like over in the Boston Harbor area, being up in New York.
What's your
stuff like
favorite
that.
state to drive through?
State of
Nebraska.
confusion.
What
was it?
Nebraska.
Nebraska?
I gotta go to Nebraska.
Oh, it's
No, you
flat.
don't.
There's nothing there.
It's corn.
Exactly. It's I-80, straight as a piece of string all the way through Nebraska, basically.
Why do you like that?
Oh, he's doing it just because it's an easy drive.
It's boring.
I like
Because
looking
I
at
like-
corn.
Because I like to not be surrounded by a bunch of cars.
Oh, okay. I know what you mean. It's
And-
wide open.
And yeah, and then also too, like when you're driving out through there, it's not necessarily just boring, but there's like cool stuff to look at. Like you get to see like these giant old barns and stuff, and people are generally nicer.
I never thought of you as a Thomas Kincaid lighthouse man.
Yeah. What about the?
I like barns. I like maybe an old schoolhouse.
What about the Northwest or the mountains of Colorado,
No,
the
no,
Rockies?
No, I like barns and corn.
Well, up in Colorado, I mean, it's pretty cool through there because when you're cutting up into it, I used to take this back road. And There was a lot of, like, cool stuff, see little small towns. I mean, that's where I saw a restaurant still in operation, no lie, that had 2 signs above each door that said whites only and then blacks only. And it was right there in the middle of this small little town.
Was it hard for you to drive with tears of joy in your eyes?
How dare.
What was this in the past? When?
Are you a time
10
traveler?
years ago? Yeah.
No, this was 4 years ago.
Oh my God! Did they keep it up for some sort of like, hey, this
nostalgic reason,
or like
No.
history purposes,
you can't
or
do
they?
that. No, you got to take that down.
Well, how
No,
do you oh, we got another trucker.
I'm so sorry. That is our racism alarm. You have been fired.
Yeah, it sounds the same
That's Jack. I'm sorry.
as a Stripe ringtone.
Yeah,
but,
Stripe. You mean Skype?
Skype.
Skype, Stripe, it doesn't matter.
It's all nonsense.
But I just thought it was crazy that it was still there and that people in that town were just cool with it. Like, whatever, leave it up.
Maybe. I can't see anybody being cool with it. I'm not cool with it. I don't think anybody here.
Out here on the road, I've met plenty of people that because you're the same race as them, they feel that you're automatically cool with whatever they
Oh
say.
yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Racists think everyone's
Yeah.
racist.
And it's not.
I especially forget that it's so prevalent still because I'm not exposed to it. I'm in my bubble in Orlando. It's not
Correct.
I don't encounter
You can go
anybody.
to some tiny towns in Georgia and you can find those
Tiny
signs.
towns
I
are
know.
scary sometimes.
Yeah, you forget
Yeah,
about
I
that.
mean, I used to live in Titusville, and now I live in a small town in Georgia, so it's it was in both places.
Mm-hmm. Where you at in Georgia?
It's Jackson. It's like 40 miles south of Atlanta.
Oh yeah, that's a south.
That's real south. Yeah, we're not.
Yeah.
We can't even count ourselves. We're a tourist town. So,
All right,
well, dude,
Trucker Matt.
good job, man. It's always a pleasure talking to you. Stay safe out there, as
All right,
Tom
will do.
would say.
And next time, see if Flying J or Loves wants to do some advertising.
Yeah.
Talk to
I go back
Dr.
to
Love.
what is a flying J?
I'm going to
nothing.
ask my parents that own a bar in Titusville, be like, hey, sponsor this thing that I do.
Yeah. Say it's
What's
on the
their
radio.
bar? We'll give them the first one's free. What's their bar?
It's a Gold Lion Bar and Deli in Titusville.
I know that place.
The Gold Lion Bar
Yeah.
and Deli. This sounds like
Yeah,
my kind of
my-
spot.
Yeah, my parents own it.
Wait, so I can get
I
an
didn't know
Italian
that.
sandwich and have a beer with your parents?
Yeah, I mean, my lesbian stepmom, yeah.
I love your lesbian stepmom.
But yeah, I used to do security there too when I was
Hey,
21, 22.
step back, lesbian stepmom here.
Come on. Yeah.
Have some-
That was when my life was chaotic, when I had an open marriage, my wife was a stripper, like...
Well, why aren't we talking about the lesbian stepmom today? You're talking about the Flying J, and you've been holding back lesbian stepmom and stripper and open marriage?
Yeah, stripper wife open.
You're fired.
Well, next time when I call, we'll talk about that.
Okay.
All right. Next week it's
Trucker Matt's
parents
open-
owned a bar, lesbian stepmom,
Open marriage.
open marriage, and wife was a stripper.
Yeah.
All right. Well, stay safe out there.
All right, y'all too.
All right, man.
Keep
Take
on
care.
trucking.
That is Trucker Matt.
Yeah. With a bizarro segment of I don't know what that was.
I don't know what that was either.
We
I
had
feel
some
like we should have a
trucker
crazy
questions.
person call in. I just talk to for a living. Is that what I do?
Yeah. That's it. Put
This
that
is
in.
our job?
Yeah. It's,
Are we just like, we're just a broadcast suicide hotline? It's like all these people are sad. They want to kill themselves.
Okay.
All right.
Bye. Welcome back to Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Tom.
I am Dan.
So I got an email the other day from a fellow podcaster, friend of the show.
Okay.
That could be anybody.
Yeah. Remy.
And he's teaming up with EMS to raise some money for his son's Boy Scout troop. I
Okay.
believe.
I like it.
It's the old-fashioned car wash.
Oh, man, I miss.
Car wash.
I used to really enjoy. You can make fun of me all you want. I
Yeah.
used to really enjoy when my soccer team did a car wash or baked goods or selling world's famous chocolate door to door. I
old school,
really
yeah.
enjoyed that stuff, man.
Yeah. It's a good old-fashioned, old-school fundraiser.
Better time.
But on the line with us right now, Rick Curry.
How you doing, Rick?
Doing well. How are you guys doing?
Good, man. Good. Thanks for coming on the program, and tell us a little bit about what you're doing.
Well, it's for my son's Cub Scout pack, which is Cub Scout Pack 33. We teamed with EMS.
Sorry.
No problem. So we teamed with EMS to do a car wash on October 24th. It's from 8 to 2. We're out on the east side of town, Avalon Park area, and so we're basically we're doing car washes by donation. You can go to the website, which is pack33tle.com. There's a link there to send a donation. You show us the receipt. We'll go ahead and wash your car for you.
So where are you going to be at? Because I imagine you drive to Avalon and I don't see you. I'm like, I got nothing. Go home. I don't know. You didn't tell me.
Absolutely. Well, we should be pretty easy to find. We're going to be at the 7-Eleven on the corner of Avalon Park Boulevard and Timber Springs.
Tom loves 7-Elevens.
That's
You can
true.
go up there to get your foxtail wine.
And an Oreo cakester.
A discount on White Claw if you enter in your phone number.
They-
$5 off.
Boy, this
But
guy
just
knows.
watch out for that sweat guard in front of
I
you.
always hit it.
Hit your-
I always hit it.
Hit your head on the COVID guard.
And my ladies, they're the ones like, oh, baby, I just cleaned that. and she's not concerned about me.
Man.
Don't buy 2 12-packs. It doesn't count for both of them. You're one per day.
Well, I buy one, go put it in the car, put my mask back on, go back in.
yeah.
You got to
it's
sign
one
up
per
the
day?
Weiss,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Weiss account, so you know that. Put their number in too, so you have 2 different ones.
Yeah. Sometimes if the nice enough cashier, she'll put her phone number to give you the discount because she sees you're a true alcoholic that needs 2 White Claw 12-packs. Anyway,
That's a lot.
Rick, let's talk wrestling.
Okay. We can
Because
talk wrestling.
This came out of nowhere. We're supposed to be talking about your son's. You
Trying
don't
to,
like
raise
wrestling.
money
You
for the
don't like
children.
wrestling. I'm the guy that likes wrestling.
plugged it.
I watch wrestling.
What
I
else?
watched it Monday night. I watched NXT Takeover over the weekend.
Well, that's what I want to talk about. I mean, what else do we know about the fundraiser? We told
When
you.
is it?
It's
It's
No. I want Tom to talk about it.
It's for the listeners, not me to know what it is. I don't know nothing.
Look, this is Rick's boat. He's driving
Yeah,
it.
I'm
I
not
want to
gonna-
talk wrestling.
Drive all the way over to Avalon for a GD car wash. I got EMS. They come to me.
Oh wow, you're breaking.
They're
you're
teaming up with EMS.
Yeah.
But they already. I'll donate to Rick's Cub Scout.
All right.
Are they Cub Scouts or Boy Scouts?
It's Cub Scouts,
Okay, Cub Scouts.
the little ones.
The
So-
little babies.
Anyway,
The
Rick,
little babies.
let's talk wrestling. So, what's going on with wrestling?
I mean, there's a ton of stuff going on.
Wow.
Really broad range there.
Man.
Dude, a whole bunch of stuff about
Well,
it.
I didn't say specifically what I want to talk about.
And welcome back to Tom Van's Turnbuckle.
I mean, we got personally. I mean, I've watched a lot of, or not watch a lot of it, but I watch enough of it to be knowledgeable. So, I mean,
Are you an
there's,
AEW guy or are you WWE guy? Are you New Japan?
honestly, I concentrate. At least our podcast concentrates a lot on local wrestling. A lot of the Orlando scene, Tampa scene,
Who's
little
the
guys.
biggest
so.
wrestler, local
yeah.
Orlando wrestler, when we want to get him in here, courtesy of Rick and the Cub Scouts, we'll get him in here.
Yeah.
Old Bulk Brogan or whatever his name is, and we'll get him in here.
Yeah. Is it anything like other things where you start like locally and then you could get your shot to make it to the big time because you get popular locally, like a band or something? You know, like could someone from the local scene jump up to NXT or something?
Oh, 100%. There's a couple guys that wrestle locally at a thing called Mayhem on Mills that are going to be in the that were in the top 50 PWI top 50 or top 500 wrestlers this year. So
I was like, he said, "Where's the way? There you go. You do the thing. It's like other things. You work your way out there."
Petered
And
out
then
again.
the Sleepy Tom fell asleep over there. What? You did it again. You were just like, "Hey, you do the wrestling and you make your way through the thing and you just get to."
I'm used to the long questions. I mean, that's just how he's been doing it.
No,
for years.
this one fizzled out. If you listen to that last
He's been not taking in enough breath to finish his sentences lately.
I'm trying to limit my breath.
It's a weird thing he's doing lately.
I only want to take in as much as I use.
Why are you
Anything
doing
more
that?
is a waste.
And then
He's
people
saving oxygen.
And then I tried. Look, do you
Wow.
think I want to point these things out? I don't want to point these things out. I don't want this to happen, but they happen, and I just sit here and I can't contain
You try
myself.
and stop at laughter, but it doesn't work.
What do you think about some of the more supernatural theme lines or storylines rather, that we've been seeing kind of kicked out in the world of WWE. We're seeing, guys like Bray Wyatt who have like these alter egos as like some sort of menacing monster. Do you like that kind of stuff? Do you think that makes wrestling, or do you think that sort of stuff is kind of corny, cheesy, and has no place?
I'm kind of in the middle because guys like Bray Wyatt I love Bray Wyatt. Like, he's just a guy who can build a character and is a character that you can kind of, he's the kind of guy who can do a character like that and has been doing the same character in different iterations literally since he got into the WWE, where there's other guys that try and pull that off and just can't do it. You have the Undertaker style, but then you have the guys that just kind of go in there once and fizzle out, and I'd rather have the real stuff myself.
Yeah, all right.
So when you talk real stuff, you mean like the person's primarily using their name and their own, obviously, it's a character to some extent, but their own personality or maybe over-exaggerated personality.
Like Aleister Black. Do you like that guy?
Yeah, I like Aleister Black because he just he's that dark character, but he seems like, he'd be that goth guy you'd see out at a concert somewhere at a show in
It's
Tampa.
not try hard at all. Like Aleister Black, he does like kind of, one of my biggest pet peeves is when you look at the guys that are kind of harnessing the powers of the dark, it comes off corny, right? Because we all know there really isn't such a thing as that, you know. But this guy Aleister Black, I believe he's Danish. Is that right, Rick? Do you know?
I believe so.
I think he's Danish, and he's like a good-looking tattooed guy. And he's a martial artist, really big and legitimate, so he has the moves.
Yeah.
But he almost looks like a think of dark Viking, like not skin color, but think Viking meets like Marilyn Manson-y, like coffin-y kind of a vibe, He does this thing where they put a board underneath him, and when his theme song plays, he's laying straight on the ground and you can't see him. And then they hit a button and it lifts him straight up like he's a reanimated corpse. It's very simple. Now follow me. It's very simple, and it could be very corny. But the way that they shoot it, when he just rises up and then he just walks, and he doesn't put on anything, he just kind of walks like a badass. It looks really cool. I like it.
Is there any wrestler that is, because I would enjoy this.
And apparently he owns an Instagram that's only pictures of his cat.
Not to cut this wrestling conversation short, but he is going to have to get out of here. And we just want to hear one more time about the car wash, Rick.
Wait a minute.
Hold on.
Talking about Aleister Black.
What do you got to do, Rick?
He's at his job right now.
You're at your job.
You're working at a radio station?
Well, according to the picture, your job is to organize a messy-ass room.
It is a hot mess behind
Try
me.
to give
It's
you
my
an out,
office.
Rick.
Get to work, Rick.
Well, you don't get. You're working from home, right?
Actually, I got to go pick up the kid. That's where I'm actually headed.
Oh, they got teachers around there. You get a grace period.
yeah, because of COVID.
I got a couple minutes I can hang if you want to talk Aleister Black.
I take the grace period every day. I look at my watch. I'm like, one more White Claw. Then I get there and I'm like, hi, this is place.
Hey, look at it like 5 minutes of free babysitting.
We'll let him go. You're a good man, Rick. Hey, good luck with the car wash, okay?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Throw out the website again.
The website is pack33tle.com. So like Timberlake's Elementary, TLE.
Got it.
So pack33tle.com.
Cool. Well, thanks, Rick. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having me on.
All right, man. Anytime. Cheers. Good seeing you.
So,
thanks for nothing. Piecing out. We're talking wrestling. We're bonding. We're making some friends here, and then you're like, "Oh, my keg ain't getting a keg."
Yeah, it's Samantha trying to keep you on schedule.
Yeah,
also, us. We are out of time.
I like how Samantha leads in, and she's like, "Actually, Rick, we'd like to hear a lot." No, Samantha, we would not. You are overstepping your bounds.
I thought that was part of my job.
It is.
I've just always wanted to say that.
And you don't like that I'm doing my job. Okay.
No,
fair enough. Take away a pizza party.
We're being babies.
But is there a wrestler? Because this would be a great gimmick. So the gimmick is there's a wrestler that's old school.
Oh, and he's not on time, and he has a lady that follows him around, and it's like, wait, do that move.
No, because back in the day, it was like wrestlers were all like, for the most part, not everybody, but like just rednecks that were on steroids that had addiction problems.
Yeah.
Right. That's
it's
all.
Still that.
Jake the Snake. You know that?
Yeah.
So there should be a current character that's old school, like 1990s wrestler style, where it's like a redneck that's just like kind of fit, but he's steroid. Like he's got a big barrel chest and he's kind of like fat. He's unhealthy fit. You know what I'm saying? But he's old school and won't get out of that. Like,
Hi, sir. My name is Stella Dawson, and this call may be recorded and monitored for quality assurance purposes. May I speak to Cecily Williamson?
Yes, this is Cecilia.
Hi, my name is Stella Dawson, and this call may be recorded and monitored for quality assurance purposes.
Oh, you already
I'm speaking to.
You already said that part.
Yeah, I'm looking for Cecily.
Cecily? Okay, please.
Yeah, Cecily Williamson.
She's right here. Hold on one second.
Sure.
Hello, this is Cecily.
Hi, ma'am. My name is Stella Dawson, and this call may be recorded and monitored for quality assurance purposes.
Okay.
I believe I'm speaking to Cecily Williamson, right?
This is Cecily Williamson.
I'm sorry?
This is Cecily Williamson.
Thank you for the verification. Before I proceed, let me inform you that I have your address with me as 4604 21st Avenue West, Bradenton, Florida 34209. That's your address, right?
462 Brasington.
4604.
4604 Brasington. 24. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
For 4604 21st Avenue West,
24th Avenue.
Bradenton, Florida.
West Brasington, Florida. Yes. West.
34209, right?
30429. Yes.
Okay. So I'm calling from Credence Resource Management, and I am a debt collector.
Oh, God.
This is an attempt to...
I'm sorry. I just get very emotional.
I'm sorry?
I get very emotional when I have to talk about money. So I'm very sorry. But yes, go ahead.
Okay. Well, I'm calling from Credence Resource Management, and I'm a debt collector.
Okay.
This is an attempt to collect a debt, and any information obtained will be used for that purpose.
Okay.
So, ma'am, this is for one of your emergency room doctor's bill for my client, Pyramid Peak Emergency Physicians, for a leftover balance of $73.02 for multiple services.
$73?
And would like to understand.
I don't have $73.
Okay. Well, ma'am, I'm calling here to help you out, okay?
Do you have $73? Oh, my God, you're going to give me $73? Oh, my God, thank you and bless you. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May he lift up his countenance upon you. Oh, my God, you're an angel from heaven giving me that $73. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, ma'am, I'm calling to go ahead and discuss the matter with you, okay? So this is for the doctor who treated you, and there is outstanding balance for $73.02 for multiple services.
Yes, and
So
you're
to understand.
And you're gonna give me that $73. So I guess the easiest thing is for you just to write a check to yourself. And then
Well, ma'am, I'm not giving you $73.
But you just said that you were calling to fix the problem, and you said you were going to give me $73, and I was going to say in the memo line you could just write for Cecily and her medical bills.
Well, I'm calling. If you're looking to go ahead and take care of this bill, we can discuss the matter with you and see how we can help you resolve this bill.
Yeah, I just think it's better because you said you're going to give me this $73. It's $73.00.
Well, ma'am, I'm not giving you any money.
Who is that talking in the background? Who is that man? Oh, she hung up. She got tired of me.
Welcome back to Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Tom.
I am Dan. Samantha's here. Butler's here. In case you didn't know, we lost another fish, and I'm taking it pretty hard.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of sadness around here lately, but I'm gonna miss you, Stripey number 4.
Yeah. He never stood a chance.
No, he didn't. Oh my God, he got chomped good.
It was bad.
Yeah, and then we have that. I think it's a surgeon fish, the little blue one in there.
Yeah.
Or it's a tang too, but
yeah.
there's all different classes. And he chomped him, beaked him.
Yep.
He just beaked him up good.
Are snails still alive? Are they
Don't
going
talk
on there?
about the snails.
We got a lot of them.
Are the
So
crabs?
I'm sure some of them
Well,
are still alive.
a lot of our crabs, I believe, we had, I believe at one time, 50 miniature hermit crabs that I think were eaten by something. There's a poop worm in the back.
Oh, yeah, what is that?
What?
What's that poop worm?
We have a poop worm in the back, and it looks like a dead flower. But when you turn the lights off, he'll poop himself out of the flower and he'll wiggle around. And then you turn the lights on, he goes back in the flower. So I don't know what he does. He may have eaten all of our crabs. That's my theory.
The poop worm?
The poop worm ate all the crabs. We got 2 shrimp that every week they molt their head off.
Yeah.
And it floats in the tank, so it gives me anxiety because I'm like, they're dead! And then I'm like, no, there they are. Oh, they just popped their head off.
Yeah, and they're getting bigger and bigger.
They're huge. They're like the size of Lagastinos.
All right, first email. What do we got?
Okay, so I was interested to see what this was. There's a lot of pictures attached to this one. And we did talk earlier this week. We read an email from John, who was EJ's coworker. This is somebody else that works with EJ.
Uh-oh.
The whole office is listening now.
Well, they're not working. We know that.
It says, good
How
afternoon.
many people can you fit in one closet? My God, it's a clown closet.
Yeah, what are they doing?
Good afternoon. I'm emailing you because recently I mentioned to EJ that Animal Crossing should be mentioned on his segment of Nerd Jock. I'm slightly obsessed with Animal Crossing and have recently tied each coworker with an Animal Crossing villager.
This is good.
I give you EJ's character. And then it's
Show the picture.
this bear that has an MVP shirt on.
Yeah, it's like a big fat
blue bear.
It's like a big
mad.
fat has-been sports bear.
Yeah,
Says it's pretty
Al
accurate,
Bundy.
if I do say so myself. So I decided to give you, Tom, and Sam an Animal Crossing character. This may or may not be inspired by the conversation you all had on Nerd Jock when discussing the New Mutants movie.
Okay.
I do not claim to know you guys in any detail, so this is going off what I've heard on your show, plus some of EJ's feedback. He also has not seen what I picked for you guys. For you, Dan, I give you Sherb the goat. You get this character because EJ had mentioned you have a little OCD, which is Sherb's special trait.
I am familiar with Sherb. He's on my island, and he's a damn fine goat. That's a great choice.
Or is that OCD goat?
Yeah, he's got like little quirks. You know, he has to want his stuff organized in the right
cute.
place and stuff. Yeah.
For Tom,
Sherb's cool.
He's no other than Tom the cat. His character description, rumor has it that Tom is a former bantamweight junior world boxing champion.
All right.
What no one knows is that he still can't fall asleep without his favorite cat toy.
Okay, so I'm a former cat boxer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That was some CTE.
Yeah.
Starting to
You've
kick
been
in
knocked
there.
around a little bit.
Yeah.
And for Sam, she's Freya the wolf.
Alcohol problem.
She's a pragmatic character and will call you out in an instant. I hope this offers some good conversation. P.S. Your episode on August 11th, where my voice was teasingly played, I've never been so called out and laughed so hard in a long time. So thank you. That was awesome.
Great
so there's
email.
my wolf.
You know, I like an email, contrary to what you guys probably think. I do like, long emails. It's been a custom, I believe in broadcasting, for people to not want long emails. But I kind of like it. Sam, you tell me where you weigh in on this, because, you do it for this show. You also do it for your own show, Semantics.
My husband does the emails. Enough with the emails for me.
I know, but I mean, like, you do it on
Yeah.
your show is what I mean. I like it when they really put it together.
If it's going to be long,
put it together.
it has to be put together and it has to be interesting.
Yeah.
Don't ramble.
Yeah, if you're going to, don't ramble, put some meat in it. She, did the characters and then attached all
And
the
that-
pictures
honestly,
to it.
it wasn't that long.
No.
It was just, it was 3 pages
The
because it was
pictures made it
pictures.
long,
But
yeah.
if you're going to give me a 5-paragraph email,
Well
try
done.
and tighten it up.
Well done, lady. I like that.
I want to know more about the backstory of my character. Former
I can probably look that up.
boxer. And do I have a drug problem now? Or
They don't
did I
usually put that
squander
kind of
my-
stuff in there.
Oh,
it's a
okay.
very positive game.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do people still play?
I do, yeah.
I haven't played in a while.
I dabble. Yeah, me and May will dabble. We go back and forth. It held my enjoyment. Oh, man, you guys are going to wear me out. I don't know if I should save this for Friday or... It doesn't matter. I'll talk about it.
It says he is a cranky cat villager.
No.
That's you, buddy.
That's you. Hates fun. Yeah, that's you. I bought a PBA bowling game for Xbox, and it has all the real bowlers in it.
Like the real...
Like the PBA
people-
Tour.
Okay, yeah.
And you play against them, and it's fun, man.
Remember when we talked to a professional or former professional bowler at one time, and the whole thing is fascinating, like that world.
Well, one of the guys that I'm playing is a younger guy that is like an up-and-comer, but I guess he's like also a champion. Like he's a newer champion, let's say.
Yeah.
And he would be classified as, let's say, like a Kelly Slater or back in the day, like a Tony Hawk or a... Jeff Gordon, like the young guy coming in, and he, like bowlers, they wear like slacks, bowling shoes, and then they typically wear kind of what bass fishermen wear. It's like a very vibrant, crazy shirt that has like your signature on it, and then like patches of like your different sponsors. The bowlers, they wear the very similar thing. They all have their signature on it.
Okay.
On the polo, but this one guy I'm following, and I think his name is Trope. He wears a full jumpsuit that looks like a fish aquarium, and he's a white guy, and he's a giant afro.
Oh, so he's got a gimmick.
He's got a gimmick.
Okay, yeah.
But he's also really good. He's also not a traditional one-hand bowler. He's the new thing in this video game, they talk about it, is the double hand, like almost like what we would have called back in the day granny bowling. It's just a different style. And they can wing the F out of it, dude.
So let me ask you this, and we probably need to talk to someone in the PBA.
Jackal says, dude, I recorded voiceovers for that of the announcer guy. So you recorded the voiceovers for my PBA bowling game? Because it's a fun-ass game.
Huh.
I mean,
What are the chances of that?
You're not cool if you play it, I'll tell you that. But it's a cool-ass game.
So
he says, when you hear the color commentary, I recorded that.
Yeah.
Really?
So, they're mean. They're real snarky. Like, you'll throw a ball, and then the guy will be like, wow, Harvey, what would you say about that? And the guy will be like, nothing. He should have thrown it better. That's a horrible shot.
No, that's the Jackal.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, man.
So has there
Jackal,
been...
that's badass.
a...
Get me an interview, Jackal, with the guy that wears the fish. I'll pull up a picture of him so you can see him.
Fish jumpsuit,
He
man?
wears a fish jumpsuit.
So in other sports that have kind of been stereotypical with the people that play them, like let's say golf, right? So for years the stereotype was like golf.
Kyle Troop
was the stereotypical kind of dumpy dad, rich white guy that could play golf. You know what I'm saying? You're John Daly, and then like Tiger Woods obviously was a better athlete and trained for a better swing and strength trained. And now they have people that are former baseball players and stuff that actually train to get their bodies in tip-top shape to hit the ball further, to give them advantages or whatever. Has there been any athlete that's ever gone into the PBA that just out of pure, like he's an athlete at heart and he knows how to bowl, but he can throw the ball faster and better than everybody because he's muscular and he actually trains to throw the ball
I think
hard?
it's going that way.
Okay, so there's guys that they're not, it's not the fat dads anymore. It's more in shape guys.
Yeah, and like cool guys. Like, look at this guy.
Sorry, I'm still stuck on Tom the cat here. This is Tom. I don't know how much research she did on the personality of you. But it says Tom will be invested in his hobby and will often challenge the player to various competitions.
Hey, that is you.
He will easily get along with Jock, Snooty, and other cranky villagers, and occasionally lazy and normal villagers as well. However, he will find it hard to socialize with peppy villagers as they will seem overstimulated or immature. Tom will also enjoy spreading rumors about other villagers.
Yeah, you do
This
that.
is you.
You hate me. I'm the peppy little villager.
Yeah.
You hate...
And I tell Travis, I'm like, that Daniel.
Yeah, and then Travis, lazy villager. And then Samantha, the snooty villager.
Yeah. But any other grumpy...
And jockey villager, that's EJ.
yeah. Like the grumpy, the jock.
Well, no.
Lazy.
EJ's not a jock anymore. Seth would be the jock.
Yeah.
EJ's more of a dad.
He is, yeah.
Jock days are behind.
He's a little jockey. So, I see this guy. He's definitely got a...
He's cool looking.
Yeah, he's got a look, and he's playing into it for sure. Like, he knew exactly
That's
what
a severely
He looks like
good fro, dude.
Douche bro Richard Simmons.
Yeah. Well,
A little bit, yeah.
I wonder, what do these guys make? Is this guy making...
When we
six
type
figures?
in his net worth?
Yeah.
I mean, for sure, it's all through endorsements, and you
Yeah,
got
of
your own
course,
bowling
sponsors,
ball
yeah.
and sponsor, and within the bowling world, he's popular. And
He's in a
But there's
You wanna see his
an
wife
audience there. I mean,
for sure.
Well, first we'll see his wife. Oh, she's super cute. Look how cute they are.
Yeah.
They are adorable.
They're bowling nerd couple.
Yeah, look how cute they are. They're super cute.
Mm.
All right, let's see. Oh,
Yeah.
she's a bowler too. She's cute.
Yeah. What's
All
this
right,
guy?
Net worth.
You think he's worth over $1 million?
Oh yeah, I think because he's a. I think yeah. I think I would say yes because I think he's won a lot.
With endorsement deals.
Do they even have his net worth?
So, what year is this? In the 2019 PBA tour, he made $67,000 last year.
Oh, not a lot.
Yeah. But that's out of just winnings. He's making the
Right.
majority of his money through endorsement deal. He gets with a bowling ball company. He sells his douche clothes. You know what I'm saying?
They call him the fish tank afro or something. Like what is? Hold on, he has a name. Afro fish is what they call him.
Okay, yeah. So that's where.
What, does he work at Wendy's on the side?
Yeah, he works at Wendy's.
Okay.
Oh,
so
man.
He's not rich. Not rich.
All right. But he can be though, right?
Oh, he's a manager of a Wendy's.
Oh, he's making
Oh,
bank
this
at
guy's-
Wendy's.
This guy's
I
rich.
don't know. You're not rich of being a manager of Wendy's. I'm sorry, it was not.
You're so mean.
Well, not mean. I'm just.
You're very, very mean.
You're saying you could be rich for being the manager.
You can
of
make a
Wendy's.
good living,
You know
and
what?
then you supplement it with your PBA earnings.
Maybe you've surrounded yourself with other good Wendy's employees, and for that reason only, you are rich with the relationships that you've earned.
Well, it's
Does
all-
his wife
it's all
also work
subjective.
at Wendy's? Because then I have to back out. That's too nerdy. They work together and bowl together. Wendy's and
Yeah.
bowling.
But even so, but just off the bowling audience alone, you could make your money, right? I mean, so like that's got to be a huge worldwide audience of bowlers.